Stream activated. All right.
Dunge-On.
Dunge-On indeed.
Everybody remember to smash that like and subscribe.
Exactly. Okay, so I actually didn't
Normal
watch the
Pathfinder
last
can.
video, which I normally do, so I don't have a fresh refresh in my mind.
We went back in and we started opening shit.
Well, first
Oh, that's right.
you guys,
translate you with
the knights came and they saved y'all from that crappy encounter I created. And you guys robbed the wagons of the maps. And you forged the maps, if I remember correctly. And then you gave forged copies of the maps to Malachi. And she gave Trixie an Emerald Dragons medallion, so that Trixie's now officially part of the Emerald Dragons. And
I became a cop.
and you became a knight of the Shattered Crown, and you guys also gave the real maps to Aslan. And then I think you guys went back in. Did you do anything else before you went back in? I don't know.
No, I don't think so.
There might have been, but you guys went there.
I had another flashback.
You did, yes. You had a
person
flashback
back.
about Alaric the Bold.
Yeah.
I taunted my brother.
Yes. And there might be more opportunity for that. Yes, you're right, because when we got to the pyramid, there was sort of a crowd around, and there was like a little makeshift tent set up outside where first you met the Emerald Dragons were trying to get in the pyramid. That was Premattack and a couple of his bros, but the knights were keeping him at bay. But you guys got let in, so he was a little bit grumpy. And then you guys went and talked to Raphael, and he recognized Landry, and he also recognized H21, and he talked to you guys both briefly about that. And then he said, well, go on site in the pyramid and get some information for me. Go get some rubbings, go get some inscriptions if you can, translate them. And you guys went in, and sure enough, you found some inscriptions that were in hieroglyphs, and at first you couldn't read them. But with a lucky breach, who was it? Trixie?
Me.
Yeah, of course it was. Because Trixie, and by Trixie I mean Bobby. Bobby's the one who will just put his hand in jars and say, I don't give a fuck. And I like that because he drives a lot of the important plot in my campaign, like he did.
Accident.
That exactly. I was lucky. You rolled right into the. I didn't even cheat and give it to you. I could have cheated and give it to you, but you got it for real. And then you got to read some of the inscriptions, and I think I'm going to read some of them because they're fun. So, the most important one in the Ankemut room, that was down where you found all the statues, or where the statues were, but they had left. There was this inscription: by the grace of Brock, the divine builder, in his service and in the service of Horus the all-knowing, we, the hammers of Brock, have forged beings of unwavering loyalty, Ankemut, born from the earth and divine essence, the tears of our God, infused with the breath of life, standing as eternal guardians, crafted in the likeness of our noble Pachydon kin, those whose sacrifice made the Ankemut possible. They are the custodians of the sacred spaces, the keepers of the secrets, and the guardians of the future. In the quiet passage of the centuries, let these guardians endure, their earthen forms witnessing the ebb and flow of time, undisturbed by mortal hands. Should their silence be broken, let their presence announce to all who venture into the sacred spaces of our devotion that the Hammer of Brock, in his wisdom, have gifted the world with immortal protectors. Should you seek the divine wisdom, O seekers of truth, seek the anvil of Brock in the city of industry, Seshmu Chenin. The power of the Ankemut can only be wielded by the devoted. May Brock bless your path. And you also happen to notice in a room nearby, in the map room, that there was this giant map, and maybe I'll display it for us all. Maps. Pachyderm Sands. Show players.
Did you show us the map last time?
I did show you this map
I
last
think
time.
yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yes, you guys went into this big map
Yeah.
room and it was very fancy, and you saw, oh, this is an ancient map of the ancient Pakistan Empire, and you see some cities on there that you've never heard of before, and one of them is Seshmuchenin, and that was also listed in this, um, whatever it is, in these hieroglyphic write-up blurb. And then you went back and read a couple more, and the other ones were mostly just threats, like the one in the Queen's chamber said, where's that one here? Here lies Shirin, the divine mother, wife of Horus, mother of Masika, Ibn Horus, empress of the sun, may she live forever. Whoever defiles my eternal rest shall know the wrath of the gods. Standing eternal guard are my loyal knife maidens, and then a list of a bunch of names for the Ankhamut warriors that stood by her side. And the king's chamber was even more threatening. It said, here lies Horus, his divine magnificence, born of Dun and Ulak, and hearted in the Pachyderm sands, who lived forever and only now sleeps. Should his slumber be disturbed, his divine wrath will melt the sands in all directions for 7 leagues. Neither Silu nor Luna shall rise for 7 days, followed by a plague of the locusts for 7 years. Yeah,
Ew.
a lot of bad shit.
Oh,
So
yeah,
good thing you got.
I remember most of that bad shit. Yeah.
Good thing you guys didn't open that shit. In fact, that's where we left off. I think is you guys are standing over this in here, and there's the bodies of the Ankhamut warriors that you had defeated maybe a week ago, and you had just finished hearing the echoes as whoever read that out of the threats of everything that would happen if you disturb his rest. And I do remember Bobby asking, "Is there really a god here?" And that's a good question. You can open up and see. Maybe there's really a god inside here.
That sounds like a trap.
I think right now Trixie
Almost
is on her
certainly.
knees,
No, I
muttering
trust
odd
him.
prayers of asking for forgiveness.
You're trying to glue those diamonds back into the eyeballs.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Wait a minute!
I sold one of them and I gave one of them away.
Yeah, are you feeling a little bit ill? Maybe a plague of locusts might come in.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, nothing has erupted from the sarcophagus, and you guys had a few options. You could continue in. There's a part of this chamber that you haven't explored yet, up at the top right here. And then, you've kind of got some of the information that you maybe were sent in here to seek. You could go maybe rob it a bit more. There's maybe more treasures to be found. But you might also unleash a plague for 7 years. So your call.
It's probably best if we cease our exploration at this time. Feels as though that their prophecy is quite the threat.
Agreed. Although I am a robot and don't really understand the thought of 7 or 6 years of locusts, I understand it would be uncomfortable for my friends.
It's not ideal. It certainly is not ideal.
I actually vote that we continue on, unfortunately, because we still don't know where that one guy got the big crystal thing that was giving him control of these things.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So see,
Is there, maybe there's a hint in there that says, "Oh, we can just break it with a hammer." I don't know. I guess we should have tried that anyway.
Is there areas to move closer? Is there places we have not explored yet?
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I am with Zellatrix then.
Predatrix?
Zellatrix.
If
It has
we
been
are
a while.
if we are thinking of continuing, I must beg all of you to not just willy-nilly wrangle things off the walls. Let us discuss with each other before we make any decisions about what we disturb.
Oh, I definitely won't be trying to take anyone's eyes anymore.
Oh, not anymore. Not after you get fucked us already, eh?
mm,
well, she just shuts up and keeps moving. I'm gonna do the thing. Was it? How do you search for?
Oh, whoops, sorry. Mine automatically selects everyone. How did my singles select? There, okay.
How do you search for traps again? I forgot. Perception.
Yeah, I think.
Bravery?
Chris?
I'm here. I'm
How
trying
do I
to
search
I'm
for
trying to
traps?
get my green screen to work right, but you can search for traps. Throw some perception rocks for me. That's good enough for today, at least. There we go. Did we? Okay. All right. This first bend looks. Well, you don't see anything that looks particularly threatening. The stones look secure, and you don't see any tripwires, for instance.
Let us continue on.
This passageway is not really snaking the way that it is like some of the other ones I mentioned. I've just sort of used the space in a different way. This one's kind of spiraling up around the king's chamber into a chamber that's up above. So you can roll another perception or another thievery, whichever you like. Here you do see evidence of a trap. One of the stone plates is loose, but it looks like it had been triggered by Beitan because there's also evidence of a few what look like darts that have shot out of the wall and have landed on the floor nearby. As far as you can tell, it's disarmed.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
I guess I warned them. Hey, don't step on that, just in case.
Okay. You
By
keep
the presence
going.
of these traps, we are continuing forward. Just to be clear.
Do one
All
more
right.
check
Hey.
for me.
Very well.
Well, it looks like Douche Tan, whatever his name was, probably triggered them as he was leading the robots out of here.
Well, let's just hope that he triggered all of them.
Actually, that's a good point. What if it wasn't all of them?
You come around the corner and you do see another pressure plate. Now, it's pretty much thanks to Aloysius sort of calling you out. You take a look and you see one more, and this one hasn't been triggered before, but it's easily avoidable now that you've spotted it.
Yeah, I point out to all of them, not this one. I don't know where it is, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic eyesight.
Yes, it is solely his eyesight that we have to rely on for this. Her eyesight, I mean, very solid. Apologies, Zetatrix.
oh no, you're good, you're good.
I love that. You're like
Is this
trying to give her shit, but not because you didn't want to misgender her. So.
Yeah, right now. That's
I am an automaton. I do not see gender.
what is this? What I think it is?
It looks like it's a big ass pile of gold.
Oh yes, you come above
Wow.
in sort of the top part of the pyramid now, where you know the top part of the pyramid is actually capped off by what was once a golden cap, but the gold on the top has been stripped off by thieves over many years. But inside there is still, and I say gold, but this is an ancient treasure hold, and if you guys were going to steal it all, had to make it small enough that you weren't going to become incredibly rich.
because I'm stuck in the wall.
Well, you should never have gone into the
I don't know
wall.
how that happened. I want to
See?
get to the big pile of gold with my friends. Okay, thank you.
I don't want to be in the space between spaces anymore.
All right. So, in addition to what looks like a pile of copper, silver, and gold pieces, you also see a table, which is not depicted here, with a number of. They look like offerings that were probably left here for the pharaoh or the Horus when he was entombed here. There are a number of things that Well, let's see. Anyone who maybe has an alchemist kind of training or herbalism lore, or something like that. And if not, we can probably pick a more general skill that you can use to try and identify these.
I have.
They're basically
survival.
vials. There's
I
vials and
have
scrolls.
nature.
Yeah, survival and medicine.
Yeah, I
All
have.
I have is engineering.
Anyone
have
who has
nature.
medicine could do a medicine check. If you want to do a nature, you could do a nature check.
I'm gonna do
Ah!
nature check.
I got all these fancy dice for Christmas, and I don't use them because we play online.
Yeah, I got a whole bag. It's great. I keep
Boom.
buying dice still. Boom. Blap blap.
Well, I think I remember seeing something like this down in the swamp.
Well, there's a couple things you do recognize. You recognize there are two natural poisons here. There's 2 vials of arsenic and 2 vials of belladonna. From Gorham, your training as a mercenary and a medic allows you to quite easily identify the 4 minor healing potions that are there, the 4 mining numbing tonics that are there, and the 4 lesser antidotes that are there. And there also are 4 vials that are labeled in such a way that makes you think that they are holy water. There's one other vial that is hard to identify just by looking at it. And then there are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 scrolls that are they're sort of unrolled a little bit, or unfurled, I should say, and just sort of scattered on the table, kind of held down by some of the vials. Those of you with magical reading abilities that might be able to read them can try to do so. Let's see. I'm gonna have to check to see if some of these are.
What kind of check would you call that? Like an occultism?
Yeah, you would have to use whatever your.
Ooh, that's a bad roll. I should be doing these private, my bad.
Let me try here. Let me go see. I need to load up the archives of Nethys. See who has access to some of these spells. So that one, I don't think any of y'all have this. So at least one of them. So Aloysius, you try and read some of them, and what you recognize is that these are not the kinds of occultist scrolls that you are used to reading. So you assume that they're probably maybe like divine spells or maybe primal spells, something that, like, even arcane spells you might be able to recognize, but at least the ones that you first looked at. Let me look at a couple others. Who cast the comprehend languages last time? You guys remember?
Set of tricks.
Yeah.
Was
you
it?
can use-
I think
She
I gave
found
to
it.
Laundry. I think I gave it to Laundry.
I definitely don't know how to do that.
Huh.
Yeah, it was either Landry or Aloysius, I thought.
Did I have
What?
Probably Landry then.
What?
Did I have like a? I think maybe I had like a scroll or something for that, or no?
Yeah, so what happened was you guys were in the chamber,
Are you
and
talking about the translation?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my injury.
okay, yeah. So
I don't know how long the effect. I don't remember how long.
it
the
was
effect
1 hour. It was 1 hour.
Oh yeah, well, I think we're still rocking then.
Okay, but then what I would what I would say is that you recognize 2 of the scrolls that are here as the ones that you had just finished reading, comprehend languages, and you notice that, having read them, that the 2 next to them are 2 blessed scrolls as well. Those are the 4 that you recognize.
I tell that to the crew. There's 2 comprehend scrolls here, and 2 blessed scrolls.
Those could certainly come in handy.
These are the ones.
Weird. I was about to just say that.
Nice. So, that's what I know.
Can any of us use a bless scroll?
Yes, I was just looking them up.
Can
Well,
I?
Like
Bless.
3 of us were thinking the same thing then.
I will look them up. All of these scrolls can be used by someone except for the 2 that are heal spells, because I don't think we have any divine or primal casters, right?
Correct.
I'm primal.
Summoners,
Mm.
yeah, I would say Summoners Primal.
Oh, you are? Then you, yeah.
I had a choice.
I thought you were
Summoners
called.
They can be either or. Summoners just it depends on their familiar or their eidolon.
Okay.
My background gave me the trick magic item feat. I can actually try to use things that I shouldn't be able to use.
Okay, well, okay. Here's what I'll say. Anyone who wants to spend a few minutes can easily identify all 8 of the scrolls here. You just have any of the magic users. I should say. You guys can put it together. So, are you guys going to spend a little bit of time here?
Might as
Yeah,
well.
might as well. Yeah.
Okay, so you spend a little bit of time. I think I told you all the vials. So there's 2 heals, which are primal, which means Landry can use them. They're at level 1. There are 2 comprehend languages. There are 2 bless, and then there are 2 unseen servant spells as well. And then the other thing you find that are kind of weighting down the scrolls are 4 rune stones, but they're empty. Now, if I understand correctly, what that means is they are unenchanted rune stones. Is that right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
I do not know
Yeah,
what
you're talking about enchanting weapons.
Enchant. You can use them to enchant your weapons or your armor too.
Oh,
I'm
right, yeah,
expecting?
yeah.
I don't
Yes.
know. Yeah.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so there
That's
are
how-
4 here,
how
but
you
they're
enchanting work.
but they don't have like striking or whatever put on them. So you would have to get that added to it when you were enchanting. If
It's
you
a
use
second
it.
stone. It's a second rune. So like you get a +1 rune, and that has a slot, and you can put like striking or deadly or something in that slot. That's how that. It's 2 separate runes.
I think that you're slightly wrong. You have
Okay.
a
Probably.
slot for potency rune, a slot for striking rune, and your potency rune determines your extra things.
Okay.
So
Then that.
+1 would give you 1 extra thing.
Yes.
So you could have a +1 striking fire damage thing.
Excuse me.
Okay. So I don't know what that means, but that's what it is.
It just gives you modifiers to your stuff
Yeah.
you slotted into.
Yeah,
Plus
it
one
gives you
for
the
only
opportunity
two.
to do some upgrading on your weapons down the road if you want it. I guess if you guys are scooping this, I don't know if you're scooping or not. You're a little scared of a plague, so
Scoop.
I heard scoop. I heard a scoop.
This is not my homeland. I will scoop.
Scoop.
A plague upon not my homeland. Okay.
Zenatrix is wildly conflicted because she already stole the gun in Justice's eyes.
We've already made all the mistakes we can make. We might as well make more.
That is very true.
Besides, we have all this stuff, and the first rule of being a mercenary is once you have something, you never give it back.
Being a semi-new being, I do not understand right from wrong, so
I'll
this
write that
means
one-
I
I'll
can
write
take
one
whatever
down.
I wish.
Why would you even bring up the concept then?
It sounds like you do know right from wrong, bro. Sounds like you're making an elaborate rationalization about why you're about to steal some shit.
I
Huh.
didn't think you would look that far into
Oh
what I was
shit!
saying.
I am a new human. I have just started lying. It was my first lie.
Page 21, sometimes it feels like there's a human somewhere controlling you.
Oh,
Oh.
that's interesting.
That sounded kind of
I'm
racist.
not sure.
Yeah, fucking.
I
What do you got
am literally
against?
a
What do you got
frog.
against? Yeah, what do you got against humans? Like, you sound like a human. Well, fine. You sound like an orc.
Hmm.
Fuck you, bro. I don't know. Like, also, I forgot to mention there was one important piece of treasure here. I immediately just am like, oh, you guys just want to know the loot, but there inside this room, there's this elaborate golden stand, sort of on the table where the all this shit you guys have been looking at is. And it appears it seems like it's been crafted deliberately to hold something, and you might imagine it to be a stone or a gem that's a fairly large size, maybe, grapefruit size. Well, you saw such a gem when Beitan, came floating through and activated the Ankh-Mut in the first time you came into the pyramids. He had that gem in his hand, a big glowing red gem. And on the stand here, there are also some hieroglyphs as well. In Landry, if you're, I'm going to assume your powers are still activated, you're able to read it. And it says this. It says, "Here rests the sacred heart of Brock. Call on its power only in time of great need for Pachydon." And, here no longer lies the sacred heart of Brock, because that was what was stolen by Beitan. But other than that, there's the loot that's here. There's some coin. It's a lot of coin. It's mostly copper and silver, but there's some gold in there as well. If you spent some time, you could fish out the gold, or you could try a more elaborate looting process where you try and get all of the coin, or leave the coin behind.
Oh, I think that's right out of the question.
All right, just
Yeah,
checking.
we're gonna have to search.
We should carve it out of there.
Okay, so maybe while some of you guys were identifying potions, some of the rest of you were trying to get a rough estimate of coinage. There are roughly 700 copper, 700 silver, and 81 gold pieces you managed to siphon out on the side.
All right.
Cool.
Buy quite a few little fireboxes for that.
Yeah, you can, because you guys are fucking rich.
Is somebody keeping track of that, or was that each?
No, that was
Not
the
each.
whole pile.
I think it should be each.
You guys are already too rich. You're level 2.
We would just sound like just all this jingling from all this change. That would each of us would just like ching, 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 ching.
Yeah, exactly. Turns out this is not that hard to carry out. You got, like,
We
according
don't have
to
the cargo
according to
pack
rules,
for it.
It's
this is going to be
140
about
copper each.
2 bulk, I think.
What is the how much silver was it again?
We'll say 700 as well, just to make it easy.
Well, then it's 140 silver as well. And then it was 81
Yeah,
gold.
which would be 16 each plus 1 left over.
Well, I wonder if we can store a bunch of coins in H21.
16 with 1 left over. Well, I guess I could give this 1 gold to someone else.
Your brother.
How much are we getting?
16 gold, 140 silver, 140 copper.
Don't give your brother anything. He's a worthless dog.
I spent all my money on
shit.
doing pistols.
I like how there's so much animosity already.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat your brother.
You know that's what I'm good at, Chris.
Yeah. Hating NPCs forever.
Yes.
Always remember the first thing Zenetrick suggested was putting him in a box and throwing him in the desert.
Honestly, we should do it.
Well, you may have another opportunity, I guess. Oh my god. You guys... I've tried to turn him into a sympathetic NPC, and you guys are like, throw him in a box in the desert. I hope he
Cut his
dies.
legs off. Wear him as a backpack, cut his limbs off.
We're gonna go full C-3PO with him.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you guys looted some coin. You guys put some coin in your backpack. Anyone keep track of the other shit?
I didn't. I know 4 minor healing potions.
There were 4 minor healing potions there. Yep, and you were the first to spot them. So if you want, you could scoop them or divvy them.
I will
I have
scoop. I will scoop.
I
Probably
have 2
one.
miners on me.
I will
Right
scoop 2.
I'll take one.
There are also 4 minor numbing tonics, and this is just another kind of healing item. It's not super powerful. It gives you 2 temporary hit points.
And it gives it to you at the start of each turn for 1 minute.
Oh, does it?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's
pretty cool.
2 temporary hit points every turn, refreshing every turn for 1 minute.
Where does it say that part?
Under the description of the numbing tonic minor.
Oh, I was only getting the short one. I had to click through on it. You gain illicit temper when you drink it. And again at the start of each of your turns for 1 minute. That's fucking rad.
It's really
I'll
good.
take one of those.
That is
I would
super.
like one.
Yeah.
Those are
Okay.
very good for tanking.
Yeah, I just wanted to give out some different kind of like healing stuff, and I think Pathfinder's all about that shit, right?
It's all about having all the nitty gritty.
Yeah, exactly. Get a little
How
of
is-
that, a little
One
bit of
our
that.
actions to do this too.
Only 1 action too. I noticed that too. Yeah.
Who took the blank rune? Is that
How many were there? I don't remember.
There were
Was
4.
it the one?
oh, there was?
Yeah.
I think he was saying 4 numbing tonics.
No, there's 4 runestones, 4 numbing tonics, 4 healing potion. Here, let me. Fuckity doodle.
I'm gonna take a rune stone then.
I would like to.
I already have a +1 on my weapon.
Yeah, so Bobby doesn't get one, each get one.
Yeah.
It's only fair. Also, I found you can just
I
search
also
for
already
items.
have.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I've been doing. In the compendium, you just hit the fucking
The top
open
thing up
inventory.
there.
I just
I-
open my inventory and click on a magnifying glass, and it opens up the inventory browser. You can just drag shit out of there.
Oh, that too. Okay, sick. Dank nasty.
I also already have 2 antidote lessers, so if anyone else needs some antidotes, take those.
I don't really need them. I am hyper resistant to poisons.
I need to
I'm a
start
robot.
poisoning you motherfuckers. Note to self: next guy, poison master.
Like 2 rounds of poison drop off of me every turn, every round.
Poison's
Also
way
that-
more sophisticated too, so I probably can think up cool.
This is random. But I realized in the Dune world, because I got sick and I was like started reading Dune, I didn't realize how
What up, dude?
utilized poisons in the plot would be. So I'm just throwing that out there. Like even
yeah,
if
all the
Herbert
time.
was like poison, dude, there's like
He was like poison everyone.
I'm
So
just,
I guess Laundry and
that was random and self-indulgent.
Frog
You guys, I'm
Boy
sorry.
get 2 antidotes.
Oh man, I can get poisoned.
Oh,
Yeah, Landry and Aloysius should take the antidotes.
Agreed.
Yeah,
dibs. Dibs.
Who else took the numbing tonics? I have one.
I took
Uh,
one.
I'll
So
take
that's-
one.
Wait, I'm taking the healing potion. You said
Take one. Yeah.
just one. What else
Yeah,
am I
and
taking?
Antidote.
2
Take
antidotes.
Yeah. That's what I
Lesser.
thought. I had 2 lesser antidotes. And
What-
a
Is
And if
it
no-
lesser for numbing tonic
Is
as
it
well?
is
No, it's minor.
Minor. Yeah.
the antidote was lesser?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it says. And
Yeah.
Alright.
if nobody wants that second numbing tonic, those are pretty. Or
I
last
say
one.
you should have 2. Yeah.
Like
why
those
not?
are
Yeah.
pretty sick for tanking.
Yeah.
Like those are really good. Also,
I
is
just
there
wanted
does,
to
does
say-
a,
healing potion. Yeah,
does a
that's my
bank exist in this fucking world? Because I'm carrying so much goddamn money.
Oh, almost certainly Chris has a bank somewhere.
There might be a bank, but I thought so far you've just been keeping your cash in a chest in your little hovel there in the district. You got a lot of money in that chest.
Yeah, I need to find somewhere to separate it from my character sheet because it's giving me a ton of extra bulk.
Oh,
Take them off.
I see what you
Spend it.
mean. There's no way on your character sheet to be like, this is in storage.
There is stowed.
Wait, what? For real?
There it is.
Oh, you can. When I clicked stowed, it put it in my backpack. Oh,
stowed.
You could just
Okay,
put the if you click on the T-shirt and click stowed,
Yeah.
stow it. It'll put shit in your backpack if there's space, and because the backpack has like a set bulk,
Mm-hmm.
it lowers it.
yeah, you should add a container, and just put that extra gold in this container,
And then that's our home gold.
and then that's your fucking at home gold.
Root. Okay, yeah, thank you. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Bobby,
That's a
you're
good
so
way.
smart.
And then that way, when I rob your home, I'll know how much gold is there.
Yeah.
I
Right.
already was thinking, man, he's gonna fucking rob us.
I want to rob you
Yeah.
because I made you way too rich, but I'm also like, I don't care.
I'm
guys-
You
not
also
rich.
control the shops, so like it's not really a problem.
There are no shops in this metropolis where we've already established that Raphael has a magic shop. But other than his shop, and it's
Shops
closed.
are
Shops are illegal.
I just want to let the DM know I spent my money, all of it.
You spent it all already?
Yeah, man. I just got more right here, but man, I spent them on pistols from
Oh
Raphael.
yeah, yeah.
Remember?
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Okay, so we established that someone else was able to use the heal spells as well.
You and Landry, right?
What?
Landry, you can cast holy spells.
What spells?
Holy.
Holy. If it's under the purview of primal, otherwise, I do not.
Wait,
know.
are you a cleric?
No. So summoners have innate spells, but the category of spells, whether it's primal or occult or whatever, it depends on the eidolon you chose. So because I chose beast, it correlates with primal,
You're primal. Oh, that makes
which
sense.
I think it is also in the flavor from where like Geo use. I feel like
Yeah,
it
uh-huh,
is there. So that in
absolutely.
case you guys are wondering,
Yeah, 100%.
so,
No,
but
that's roleplay as fuck.
yeah.
So I think
sure.
I'm gonna take the heal scrolls because I think I'm the only one that can cast them.
All right.
Smart. Okay.
Oh, you can cast? Well, no. Primal can cast them too. They're primal and divine.
Oh, they're
They're both?
primal and divine.
Yeah.
All right. I'll take
Oh
one.
shit! Well, no,
What
you
kind of
should take them both. I have to do funny
You have
bullshit.
to do a thingy. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do funny bullshit, which is gonna make it more likely to fail.
Oh, what are they called? Healing spells?
Heal level 1 scrolls.
Heal. I would say heal.
Does that mean you can also cast
Scroll.
fucking bless?
And that would be
That'd be-
super fucking helpful. Actually.
That'd be cool.
Your idea didn't work, Bobby, because adding the bag adds back the bulk.
Don't add the bag.
Then what am I supposed
We
to
have
put
to make.
gold
I think
in?
we have to do a party thing like we did last
Who
time.
told you to make a bag? Oh, me? Yeah. Don't make a bag. No, we can make a party gold if we need to.
Yeah, like we did last time. That's where we kept all the extra stuff.
Yo, where do you the scroll? Oh, they're
Heal?
generic. 6th level spell, 1st level spell. So is it just a scroll of 1st level spell?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
So,
Cool.
how do you think? Is there some way to make a? Huh.
I guess I'm gonna edit it.
You can just make a character named, party, and then.
You think that's the best way to do it?
I mean, I don't know if it's like the best way.
Yeah. I'm like, I thought. What is that? What we did last time? We did, right? We just made a character named
Yeah,
Party.
we just had
Okay. Yeah, that's.
We
what
just
I'll
had
do.
a token that we could move around. That was just the party.
Party. Put it in.
Sick. So the healing scroll level 1. I want to make consumables though.
Oops.
I can't. Sick.
So I'll take the unseen servant scrolls because those are neither primal nor holy. They're the other two.
But they're a cult, right?
Yeah.
We have a
Which
cultist.
we have an occultist?
Yeah, that's what.
Yo, what up?
Oh my
Yo,
god.
what up?
Yo, what up?
You take one of the unseen servants, and I'll take one.
I'm from the spooky swamp.
I don't even
Unseen
know what those
servant.
were for. Those were more thematic. Like they maybe used those for they were for the emperor and when he went to hell or heaven or wherever he went.
What section of my inventory does that go in?
Consumables.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a first level spell. You have to add like the scroll and then name the scroll. I think.
Oh, there's no just scroll section.
Yeah.
There, I made a party thing. Can you guys all like access him now?
3.
Let's see.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, we good.
Yep.
Cool.
Nice.
Now I have to figure out if I can drag over. What was it, like 400 gold pieces remaining or whatever?
Good scroll unseen servant.
But maybe over on the party you should still have some containers.
Yeah.
You
Something
know,
like that.
because I was just thinking you're not putting that gold in as party gold. That you're just trying to get it off your body, right?
Yeah. I'll add a name to it.
Yeah, just be like this is in my chest and here or whatever, and if you end up moving it to more secure storage. You can do that. Okay. So once the loot's recorded,
Sick. That was actually a good little haul.
I think comprehend languages is called something else.
no, I looked it up on the archives.
What the fuck?
Let's see if I can find it again. It's just comprehend language. Spell level 2.
For some reason, I'm not finding it in the compendium.
Oh, I was having trouble finding stuff up here too.
It's a level 1 spell, right?
Level 2.
There we go.
Did you say it's level 2?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see it in there neither.
Well, we all know what the spell is. I'm just adding a level 2 scroll.
Can you add a
I'm
note
all
to it or
cast
something?
comprehend.
We established that I think Landry could. Although now I thought Landry was a cult because now that we've determined he's primal, he can't. It's yeah.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
let's
I
pretend
think
I casted it on him.
I think what um may have I might have gotten confused earlier because I primal innate spells, but then I have this skill in occultism. So the skills in occultism And I was wondering if I was conflating those two things before.
Yeah,
Now,
those are
probably-
not the same.
Yeah, I mean, I know, but I'm wondering if that are. I
So yeah,
thought-
those are different. But okay,
Yeah.
now I've got
I'm
it.
wondering if that's where I've been confused before.
It's okay.
Now that
I'm
you've
getting it
said
all
that-
sorted out myself.
Yeah, now that you've said that, that's how my trick magic item works. How I trick them to work, I have to roll the proficiency of that thing. So if I tried to use one of those heal spells, I would have to roll religion.
Religion. Hmm.
Yeah. I have to roll one of the core proficiencies of the spell casting discipline or whatever they're called.
All right. How we doing? Are we good?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Who took the belladonna and the arsenic and the holy water and the nectar of purification?
I didn't take any of that. I just took the antidote and healing potion and the unseen servant. So I can take the poison.
I think I'm down for you having all of the items.
It feels typecasting to give the frog the poisons, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Fabian, you know these work.
If any of them can be applied to the weapon, you can give me one. But
Yeah, I do have good like nature skill rolls, so
yeah,
Just FYI, all I took was the money that we divvied up, a healing scroll. I think that's it. Just that one healing scroll. That's what I took.
holy water, and then you said the nectar of purification too. I get that.
yeah. And
Two
you also
belladonna.
need to add one comprehend language scroll, which is a level 2 scroll,
Oh,
and an unseen servant scroll.
I have the unseen servant scroll.
And then he has both heal level 1s and bless.
They know I got a comp.
Oh, I do?
Yeah, you do. You get
Oh, okay,
both-
okay.
all of those because you can cast them naturally.
Scroll.
Okay, got the comprehend language scroll. Some holy water and nectar of purification.
So it's called Bless. Level 1. And 2 of those. Boom, shine, boom, shine.
Is there a holy water item? I don't think there is.
I'm sure there is.
There probably is.
Not in consumables.
Holy water.
just-
It's a weapon.
It's in weapons, yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
You
more
can also
sense.
search all compendium packs at
Yeah,
once.
I'm
if you
doing
just-
that now.
yeah.
Yeah, I did that. Holy water.
Holy water is in weapon?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, because you
You
throw
throw
it. At
Throw it at
You
people.
throw it at people and it hurts. Jeez.
Yeah.
What would you call it, bro? Water.
Wait, do I get the arsenic too?
Sure.
Some rat poison. Well, cool. 2 belladonnas. 4 holy waters. We don't have like a fucking like cleric or something. I guess we don't.
Nope.
Both of those poisons have to be ingested.
All right.
Don't
We're all
don't
good?
drink those.
Bobby said to drink. I drink this
Drink
one.
them?
Bobby said to drink it, so I drink it.
I said the opposite.
Bobby
All
said
right.
I eat the arsenic.
Eat it. Let's see what happens.
I drink rat poison.
Arsenic. Let's see. Okay, this toxin is a kabobadoo. You are sickened.
Yeah, I'm fucked up.
Sorry. Fuck. Well,
Shit, it starts at stage 3 sickened. You take 2d6 damage around. That's fucking sucks.
yeah, you might be
Don't-
dead real soon here.
Yeah, that'll
Wow,
fuck
you
you
should
up.
probably drink one of those antidotes too.
He
Nah,
just wastes all the
fine.
antidotes by getting curious about the
I'm
arsenic.
gonna go Skyrim rules.
Wow,
I'm
this
just
shit will fuck you up.
gonna go Skyrim rules. I'm just gonna keep it all in my backpack forever.
Oh, I guess it's got like, I mean, you have lots of time to take an antidote, and you have a few saving throws before you get really fucked by it.
Man, I feel like
You guys think it'd be funny if one of us were really like prudish and we're like, I don't think it's arsenic. I think it's all those cigarettes he smokes. Finally catching up to him. Make him
Pretty
sick.
sure he told us that cigarettes were good for us, and I gotta
there's
believe
no
him.
evidence. There's no evidence that it's not good for us.
Yeah.
Science hasn't come that far in this
The
world.
priests of Felwyn all say smoking
Oh,
10
true, so-
cigarettes a day are good for you.
Cigarette a day keeps the doctor
makes-
away. Keeps the cleric away.
5 out of to 9 out of 10 witch doctors agree.
Yeah.
Did you say
Cigarettes
witch
is good.
doctors?
Yeah.
Necromancer endorsed cigarettes.
Yeah, because they're from the swamp. Okay, so y'all gonna head out of the pyramid now, or
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we've hit all the major sites.
Mm-hmm. And we did this for Raphael, so let's
Yeah.
go back and talk.
So he had asked for these hieroglyph readings, but he also wanted you to bring any of the remains of the Ankh-Morpork out. Do you guys want to bring a couple out? You don't have to bring out all of them because there's lots, but you can bring a couple with you.
Yeah,
We'll
let's
bring
just
you.
drag 2 out.
All right. So you guys, yeah, between the 5 of you can probably easily manage, carrying 2 of them. So you emerge from the pyramid of Horus as the last rays of the setting sun stretch over the city, and they just you can just sort of see the shadows of the buildings of the cities and whatnot cast over the base of the pyramid. So what was once in bright sunlight is now in the shadow of the city, and soon to be in the twilight of dusk. The crowd of onlookers has somewhat dispersed into the twilight. Only a few sort of are sticking around and still looking to see what's going on. Notably, Pramatak is still there with a few other dragons, the ones that he was with before. They're still sort of milling about, and they seem to be taking note as you guys come out of the pyramid. And Raphael's tent is still there, and there's a glow of artificial light coming from inside the tent. And also, you'll notice that in the time that you were inside the pyramid, some effort has been put in by some of the workers to start erecting what looks like it's going to be a crane of some kind to lift the crashed gyrosphere off of the pyramid. It's not complete yet, but might be complete in another day or so. Yeah, but you emerge from the pyramid and head into Raphael's tent, I imagine?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
My brain flashes open every time you say Raphael, and I get prepared to do the voice. My brain is instinctively ready to be Raphael every time.
Oh,
he's
great!
In
Can you do it? Because my Raphael
No,
voice
you
is
do
not
it.
great.
It's way better.
Oh, great! Now I feel I'm put on the spot.
I also don't know what you want him to say.
Yeah, well, I have it all right here. Yeah. Aha, Mia Portos, returning from the depths. Your journey, I trust it was revealing. Tell me, what ancient whispers have you heard from within these walls?
Well, and I pull out the copies of the things that I'm going to give him.
Yep, the hieroglyphs. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, very good. Oh, this is very good. Yes, you got all of them. Haha. Now, I do not speak. Do any of you, did you have the chance to maybe translate any of these? Huh?
Yeah. Laundry?
Yeah.
You remember what you
Yep.
were reading?
We'll say
Oh,
you guys convey it, so that we can.
That
He's
really
like,
cool thing Chris said.
incredibile! You have danced with the echoes of the past and emerged with treasures of greater knowledge. These inscriptions, eh? These artifacts, see? They are not just merely relics. They're a voice from a time lost to the sands. Huh? Mamma mia, how splendidly mysterious. Mia Portos, you have unearthed threads most intricate. There is but one in this fine city who can weave these threads together into the understanding we seek. Mia Porta, see, Liora, Stoneweaver, an artist, see, of a stone and of a lore. Bring these findings to her. You will find her in her studio in the old Pakidan quarter of the Tail District. Comprende?
All right.
Tell her,
Comprende.
tell her Raphael de Corbeau, your wise patron, has sent you. Huh?
I think that is a clear set of instructions.
Mm-hmm. You now have an entry in your journal. Seek out
Oh.
Liora Stoneweaver in the Tail District. She is.
Me and Raphael don't like each other. So I don't come in. I'll just hang out outside. I don't want to go in there.
You don't like him after your interaction with him last time?
Yeah, man.
Because he was a bit rude to you guys.
He was.
And he called you out.
Distant.
Okay. So you guys have somewhere to go to seek information about what you have learned. And you turn over the rubbings that you made to him, so that he has more research that he can do. And you guys are sort of free to leave into the now sort of dusk evening. Head back to the city?
Did
Yeah.
we also need to give copies to Lion Boy?
No. He sent you here to work for Raphael.
Rafa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You also have copies that you made for Malachi. Yeah.
Just
Oh.
not the map.
Yeah, you made selective copies. You didn't take the Ankhemet prophecy, and you didn't do the map. You just did the warnings of death and destruction, is what I recall.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are weary from your day's adventures, but feeling sort of good about some of the things you've learned and some of the treasure that you've hauled away. You start to head out to back to the Spores and Pores. And as you do, you notice that Primatact, accompanied by his dragon friends, casually sort of fall in step with you guys as you head out. And Primatac sort of slides up next to you, Trixie. He's like, Trixie, sis, we need to talk. You know how Malachi gets, right? I don't need to remind you about that box in the desert, right? Okay, we can't risk her wrath again. Okay. He glances around nervously. He looks back at the other dragons that are sort of following close behind you guys. They're about 5 feet behind you, so they're a little bit out of earshot. He says, look, it's simple, right? You give me whatever you found. We'll all share credit. We'll all share the reward. It's safer for everyone, especially for you. You don't have to go back and talk to Malachi. He tries to look you in the eye to see if you're on board with what he's suggesting.
Did we all hear this, or did he whisper it?
You can do a perception check.
I want to. I fucking hate this punk.
Oh, I'm gonna use them to my advantage right now, dude.
Alright, I want to know if I heard it, but I'm gonna leave it to you.
I'm going to say you heard the beginning of it when he was a little bit louder, but then when he lowered his voice there and started asking, you couldn't quite overhear it, but you're getting the gist that he's asking for something.
Are they in front of me?
You're in front of them. You're in front of
Oh,
them.
I was gonna kick the back of his heels.
No.
That does sound funny. Okay, I'm gonna be like, you know what, bro? This is such a great idea, actually. So,
Yes, I knew it
and
was.
I'm gonna give him the thing of the
rubbings.
yeah, the rubbings.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell him what we deciphered. And I'm gonna give him the that one extra gold coin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it to him and be like, "Here, buddy, for you."
This is it?
And,
What? You didn't get any treasure or anything?
well, if I remember what I told you about what these little rubbings said about the sarcophagi,
Yeah.
I was far too afraid to try to take anything from literally Horus and his wife.
Okay. Well, hope Malachi buys it. But yeah, no, that's good. I'll show her this
Oh,
coin. It's got an old ancient Pachyodon head on it. That might make her excited, I guess.
Yeah. Also, we did find a room that used to have a big gem in it, but that's with the robot guy from our first encounter stole that, unfortunately. So the big prize in there has already been taken by someone.
Oh, she'll be happy about that. I mean, she'll be happy to learn about that. Okay, Trixie, thanks. Wow, I knew you'd do this for me, sister. He gives you a big hug. He's like, thanks. I'll talk to you later. And he kind of looks back at the other dragons, and he kind of nods to them, and they look at, and he sort of shows them he's got some stuff, and then they fall in behind him, and they head off ahead of you guys into the night. And
Sorry about not asking
Alright.
you. Sorry about not asking you guys if you guys were okay with that, but I didn't want to go talk to them.
Negative. Any less encounters with the dragons is better.
Very much agreed.
all right,
Let's go take a nap.
I thought you guys might go that way, but I was gonna attack you if you didn't. I kind of wanted to have a little battle there, but oh well. The dance with the Emerald Dragons continues. I like it. It's a side story in our missions here. Okay, so you guys managed to make it back into the Whisker District unaccosted, and it's probably been another hour now, so it's a little after dinner time. It's getting kind of dark. Age 21, are you planning to go back to the barracks for the night? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with you for a bit. Everyone else sort of rests at the Spores and Pores. You head back to the barracks, and it takes you maybe another hour to get there. But when you get there, you know that having been away all day, that you haven't fulfilled some of your duties that you have agreed to, which are, as a squire, you have duties around the barracks, which are usually, menial labor and, cleaning and such. And today, when
I'm so good at menial labor. I was literally built for it.
exactly, you're probably happy to get to it. And when you do, you sort of look to one of the knights that's hanging about there, who's in charge. You know that Ulrich's in charge of the squires, but he's not around at this time. It's just another knight who directs you. He says, over to the mess and help clean up there. And so you're sent to the mess hall. And as you enter, you can hear just sort of the faint clatter as there's another squire that's just sort of stacking some dishes that he's gathered over by the side. And there's also a small, just light conversation humming in the room, as there's a few tables that still have a few knights and squires that are finishing their meals or have finished their meals and are just having a chat. But all of this is sort of overshadowed by what you can hear is some distinct laughter and some jeering that's happening at one of the tables sort of nearby the entryway that you've just passed through. And this draws your attention, and you sort of look over, and what you see is you notice 3 young squires, 2 humans and a Leonin, huddled around another Leonin, a disheartened figure, who sits before his untouched meal. And immediately you are stricken because you recognize him. You recognize him from your dream as Alaric Mainheart, the person that you had embodied, at least in your dream. But
The fuck? Okay.
there's something very strikingly different here, is that in your dream, he was this powerful, brave warrior fighting, saving some of his companions in a battle. But now he looks very a shadow of that former great self. And as you sort of watch, and you walk into the room and you watch what's going on, one of the knights or not knight, sorry, one of the squires says, Alaric the Bold? Ha ha ha. More like Alaric the no longer bold. And then the squire pushes some of the peas off of Alaric's plate and they kind of roll onto his lap. And he doesn't respond to the taunt. Instead, he just sort of stares blankly into his plate where the peas had rolled off. Yeah.
Oh no.
What do you do?
Well, I think a piece of me basically propels me forward, right? Like I feel connected to this man
You definitely
in one
feel
way
the
or another
connection.
way.
Yeah.
So I come forward and I stand between the people and him and say, this is not knightly behavior.
They look up at you and they're sort of shaken away from some of the taunting that they had got engaged in. They're like, what? Why would you come to his defense? Everybody knows he's just a weak fool.
Well, because I am him and he is me, and I must protect what is me.
Whoa.
What?
What does that even mean? And at this moment, one of the knights nearby stands up because he sees a confrontation sort of beginning, and he starts walking over and he says, "What's going on here? Y'all, squires, you clear out of here." And the three squires that were causing some troubles, they're like, "Oh, sorry, sir," and they sort of bow and they head on out. The knight who disrupted them sits back down to his meal, and you're left with Alaric. And he sort of looks up at you and he says, my thanks, young squire. What is your name?
My name or designation is H21 or Holler 21. I come from the tower in the desert.
Holler 21. That's a right strange name there, sir. But your presence is a curious comfort amidst this daily trial I face. Why did you come to my aid here today?
Well, to be completely blunt, as I'm not sure how to do anything else. I've had dreams of you.
I'm sorry,
Of
my
you
boy.
being in battle.
Oh,
I have never seen you before, but I have dreams of you exactly. Of you being in battle and being crazed and worthy and proud. And now I am wondering, what is going on? Why do you sit here and not defend yourself?
he looks at you, and as you talk about him fighting bravely in battle, and you see sort of a glimmer in his eye as maybe he remembers the person he once was. And he sighs deeply after you ask him, and he says, it was many years ago, age 21. I was a different man then, full of fire and courage. The name Alaric the Bold was not just a title. It was my essence, my very being. But even the mightiest can fall. My downfall began with overconfidence, a vice that led me to that cursed public house that one night. His eyes darken as he recalls the event. There I met him, though I can never recall his name. To me, he was just a blue-skinned stranger with a devilish charm.
Did you say blue skin?
Yeah, he had the strangest blue skin and a goblin-like face.
Yes, Master Lucius McPherson.
Lucius! That was his name! My
You are correct.
age 21? How would you know his name? I have not been able to recall it for all of these years.
Well, he was my master. He is the one who created me.
He created you.
Yes,
Oh.
I am an automaton, and then I shoot some magic power out of my back of my head.
Oh, my boy.
It's probably part of his soul. Shout out to the
let me get back to where we were. He's like,
Let me eject some of my Try to listen to you real quick.
Yeah. He says, your master, eh? Well, I feel that
Threatening violence.
I can
Stop
trust
threatening
you,
violence.
H21,
Stop threatening violence, and I'll stop.
and I will tell you what
You
has
physically
happened to
restricted
me.
my movements, and then you just introduce violence right here by saying that.
What?
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 Are we being
sorry.
violent?
Sorry, Al. No. Give me a second.
Okay. I can't tell if
I'm
he's
so
role playing or
confused.
not. He's role playing with his dog, I think. So it's a different role playing game going over there. Okay. He says, well, that night when I met your master, it was about 15 years ago. We drank and we laughed, and at that time he proposed a game. It was a gamble of sorts. I was a warrior, not a gambler, but the ale sang through my veins, and his words twisted around my reason. He spoke of wagering traits, abstract yet as real to us as the ground beneath our feet. My boldness, he said, against, and I can't even recall what he offered. It seemed trivial, for how could one lose one's nature to mere dice? But lose I did, and the dice settled, marking my fate, and Lucius revealed his true nature. With a ring, dark and insidious, and a vial, clear yet filled with a swirling mist, he approached. The ring upon his finger glowed with a sinister light, and before my disbelieving eyes, it drew forth a strand of light from deep within me. My essence, my boldness, it flowed like a river into that accursed vial. I felt it, H21, every part of it. A chill spread through my bones, a void where there once was an unshakable strength. Since that night I've been less than whole, a knight in armor with no soul to shine through. I've searched, oh how I've searched for a way to reclaim what was taken, but it seems some thefts are too grand for justice's reach. He locks eyes with you. He says, H21, you speak of dreams and battles and valor. Perhaps in you there is a spark of what I've lost, a flicker of boldness in a shell of your gears. Tell me, my mechanical friend, do you seek what makes you more than creation?
Interesting question. Let me theorize and ponder. Yes, I do believe I would.
For then we are alike, you and I. Souls searching for what makes us whole. Now, H21, you might be offering me a bit of hope, something I haven't had for over a decade. You say, this man, this Lucius, he was your master, your creator. The only hope I have left is that I might find him and make him pay for what he did to me.
Luck with that.
Would you help me with this, young knight, young squire?
Seeing as we are both part of the knightly order, I am obligated to help a fellow knight, and it already coincides with my desire to find my creator to ask him many questions. And maybe you could fight him.
Ah, that would be grand. It would be a great way to end this sad life. Battling he, my nemesis. Ah,
Even if you died, at least you would be bold again.
aha, I would reclaim my boldness even in my death. You have given me a reason to live once again. And now I
Just
will
know.
eat these peas.
Even if you are not bold, I am, and I am parts of you, I feel. So I will carry your boldness and sing your name far and wide with my tales, as they are now your tales.
Well, then, H21, if you can ever find information about your master that can lead us on this quest, you come back here to me and I'll join you when you face your master. And together we'll get the answers that we're looking for.
Affirmative. I will come back here and find you eating peas.
I just sit here eating peas. My days are pretty fucking sad these days, so you can find me here in the mess hall eating peas. And otherwise I'm just out in the practice yard. I'm not practicing because I'm not bold enough for that. I just watch all the other guys practice, and I just think about how I'm going to eat more peas.
Are you
practice
sent
with
on
eating
any
peas.
missions or anything? They didn't kick you out of the order yet.
Oh no, they're real nice. They kept me around.
That
They're,
is nice of them.
they're good people.
Well, if I go on any bold adventures, I will make sure to come back anyway and share you the tales, because they are yours as well.
Please do, my friend. Please do. And if you want to share some of your tales with him now while he eats his peas, you can.
And while I'm sharing it, I'll say always, whenever it is, I'll always say we. We did this.
Nice. He's very happy, and you can tell that your kindness and compassion has lifted his day, even if it has not restored his boldness, which he has lost.
Yeah, but that's really sad. Damn.
Yeah.
Lucius out here fracturing psyches.
you're dealing
Very
with
loose.
you're dealing with all the trauma caused by your last character. I love it.
I did. He was not a good person, so.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, that was a fun little encounter. One other thing that happens, and we'll say that this happens the next day, maybe when you return to your friends at the Pores and Spores. So let's go to dawn, and then you'll probably scooch over there after doing some chores, and we'll say maybe it's around 10:30 in the morning. Okay. You guys are at the Spores and Pores, and after having your morning meal, Oris, who you guys have encountered on and off, she's been staying at the Spores and Pores, but she's been trying to carry out some of her own business. She's been trying to get her stuff repaired so that she can head back home. Well, she asked you all to gather around. She asked the five of you, as well as Gorbin, all the people that sort of have helped her while she was here to come around. And she says, greetings, friends. I thank you for gathering for an important announcement. With your help, I was able to attend to the repair of my communications array. I have already contacted my master, Tristan Dobler, and I will depart as soon as he comes to retrieve me. While I hope that it will be soon, I suspect it will be several days. When he arrives, I am sure he will wish to thank you all for helping me. He is a kind and thoughtful man. Will you accompany me to meet him when he arrives?
Dude, this is so cursed. You're making a cursed ass campaign right now.
It's so fun because you guys don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy, but you secretly think he's a good guy or a bad guy. Like, it's so fun. Like, am I subverting the subversion or am I not subverting the subversion? I don't know.
No idea. Seeing to know his power and his stance on good and bad, I do have several questions for him if he is willing.
He is a very wise and intelligent master. He will definitely be able to answer many of your questions, H21.
Perfect. Then I will be here when he arrives.
Oh, wonderful. Before I leave, I will alert you all so that you can accompany me. He will meet me outside of the city.
Cool.
All right.
Ready?
Well, thanks again for being such kind companions of mine. I will now go and work off my debt for the repair of my communications array. I will return at nightfall. Goodbye, my friends.
I love you.
You guys exchange a furtive automaton to automaton glance as she leaves the door. The unspoken "I love yous" between you. Awesome. Okay, so it's the next day, and y'all are. I don't know if and did anyone need any healing? I don't think there was any battles from last time,
Nope.
right? And you guys
No.
didn't fight Prem-attacked. That battle will
No.
come, but not yet. Um, Honestly, I was kind of glad because that way you guys gave away the stuff and you don't have to talk to Malachi now. It's like skip over that encounter. Um,
Hell yeah.
but I also thought it would be fun if you guys fought him, because he would have ran
He
away
would've
after.
died.
Yeah, no, he would have ran away like a little bitch.
Not exactly the most.
Okay, so
I-
what do you guys want to get up to? In your journal, you have talk to Liora. Go find this person, Lady Liora.
Isn't it the only thing in our journal right now?
No, we also have the other robot guys.
You can
ran
go.
off into
You
the
haven't
maze.
investigated those other robot guys yet, and you have. There's side quest journal stuff where you guys could basically follow up on the maps that you stole to go and do something.
Yeah.
While you
With
guys
the
talk,
nine.
how does it go? If I take a? I need like 5 minutes.
All right, let's do it. It's break time. 10 minutes.
All right. Appreciate it.
Yep. We'll back around right around 4. I'm leaving and blaming this on my imaginary friend. Okay. I have some walls to put into this map that we're going to use in a bit, but you haven't found this place yet. So, you guys have to go find the place. So what are you guys going to do? Going to go find a place?
Yeah, let's find that place, whatever that means.
Yeah. Exactly. I was being very cryptic.
I figure we go talk to that lady, right?
That's the lady. Where is she? At a place.
It's definitely at a place.
And do you know where that place is? No. So you got to find it.
Well, I thought we did. He said, oh, I guess he said that she lives here.
Obviously, it's over there.
He gave you like old world instructions. It's in
Yeah.
this part of the city. It's in the northwest quadrant.
Well, then I guess we just go to the Roar district and start asking questions.
You could, but you check your journal and it says you want to go to the tail district.
Yeah.
We go to the tail district and start. Wait, what? You said northwest.
Oh, I was just bullshitting there.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say, Tail is the easternmost section of the city, I believe.
Yeah, we just go to the tail district, find a inn or something, and ask questions.
That's a good strategy. Okay, so
Toss them a gold.
What's the name of this person we're looking for again?
Leora Stoneweaver.
Right, Liora Stoneweaver. Maybe we should go to the place where they weave stones.
That's also
True.
a good call.
Mm.
I don't believe in weeding stones. No.
I only believe in clam weaving.
Clam weaving.
Oh,
OP.
okay.
Sorry, that's a World of Warcraft joke.
Clam weaving OP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna head out to the district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to the Tail.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, but you did.
I made you guys a little party thing, so you guys can walk your little party. I hope you can walk your little party guy around.
Where's that thing?
Where is it?
It's
where is
it's at the Spores and Pores.
In the Whisker district?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, there it is. I see it.
it's right there.
I can move it. All right, cool.
I
Okay.
don't see. Oh, I see it now.
I'm going up there. All right here in the entrance of the tail.
Okay.
District.
You get to the
Alright.
entrance of the Tail District,
Yeah.
and you know that the Tail District is sometimes known as Little Pachydon, because
Cool.
it's where lots of Pachydons live. But specifically, well, I don't know who. What do we have a society? Is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Society.
Do I have society?
Oh, and
Let me-
You probably can't roll your character because I deleted all your characters.
Correct.
Zero society anyway.
Oh, I guess you could do it through your
Still do it through your old character sheet.
Yeah. No, I have +0 to society.
But that is a thing, right?
Yep,
Yeah, I believe that is a thing. Yeah.
it is
Mhm.
100% a thing.
So let's get societies from everybody.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Boop.
Yeah, age 21's trying to recall his deep understanding of Leona society, and
Like-
he's only been alive for like a month.
The 4 roads I know in
Yeah.
the city. I've never even been to this district before in my whole
Surprised
life.
The swamp frog doesn't know a whole lot about society.
Well, 2 of you rolled as party, so it was really anonymous to me. So we got Gorham. So it was Aloe or who else? Now I have to figure out who's missing.
Is it me?
Zedatrix, yes. Okay, well, I'm gonna say, okay. Landry.
Oh, that
Now I called him
changed.
Laundry too. Oh yeah, you were probably rolling with the stats from the party too, which gave you zeros. Yeah, Zedatrix, Landry, you guys both have grown up and spent a lot of time here. Gorum, you too, but you just don't pay attention to shit. You guys know that even though the Tail District itself is sometimes called Old Pachydon or Little Pachydon, the Old Pachydon District is technically the lakeside part of the Tail District, where the usually more wealthy members live, and there's artisans who live up there, and merchants and things like that. But a lot of the folks there, whether they're Pachydon or not, have a lot of ties to the old ancient empire anyways, and they have traditions that are related to that and so forth. So if you were going to start your search, given what Raphael said, which is, let's see what Raphael said. Oops, wrong.
Something about a Porto.
Mio Portos or Mia Portos, yeah. Mamma Mia.
I like that you gendered it, and the Porta is cool. I like that.
I had to look that up because when I
Wait,
was talking,
is Porto an actual thing in Italian?
no.
I didn't think it was.
But it is. Well,
I made up a bunch of vaguely Italian sounded words for
No, it means technically, officially, it means my port.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which I thought was a really cool way to say like my love or something like that.
Yeah.
Right. So
It's like in Cyberpunk where they call them outputs.
Yeah, it just seems like a cool. Yeah. Anyways, I looked it up because I was like, I wanted him to call Liora Mia Porto, and then I'm like, wait, that's wrong. Okay, no, but what did he say? He just said find her in her studio in the old Pachydon quarter of the Tail District. So the old Pachydon quarter leads you up into that lakeside quarter. And you can kind of see there's these sort of 2 main entrance roads here that go into that quarter up in the north part of the Tail District. How come it's not giving me signals? Normally it would make little... Oh, it's because I'm on walls. No walls! If I switch back to this, then now I can signal. Yeah, okay. Boop, 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 boop. So yeah, these are the 2 entranceways into the old Pachydon district.
So we're either taking the west or the north.
Do they have any like different vibes to them? Like what do they look similar pathwise? They look the same.
Yeah, you guys can go down. You guys walk up here, and you're like, well, I don't know which street to go down. So you notice it's only a couple blocks away. This street down here looks like there's a little bit more artisans that work on this street. This one looks like it's a little bit more rambunctious. There are a few inns. It looks like there's a couple, cafes. People are eating and drinking out on the street. That's sort of the vibes of the two.
Well, as much as the jovial atmosphere of that path would acquire my attention, I do believe the area where the crafts are occurring will probably be a best bet for what we are searching for.
All right, you guys follow Aloysius's advice.
Very, very good insight, Aloysius. Let's follow that.
And then afterwards, we could go check out that other path.
And afterwards, we can go to the In-N-Out Burger.
Just opened. And
Yeah, Donnie. After we can go to the In-N-Out Burger.
I don't support religious organizations, even if they serve good food.
I was just
Is In-N-Out a religious organization?
God damn it, Donnie.
Yeah, I was just supporting the Cohen brothers. Not even
They
that,
have
just
Bible
the
verses around all their
That's it.
wrapping in on their cups.
That you
I've
don't
never
even
been
know.
there.
You don't even know you've been drinking in Jesus every time you sip that soda beverage.
I've never been to.
Straight Jesus juice.
All right, so El Party, you guys walk your way through the Tail district, and you come over to this region here, and you do notice that the building near you looks like some kind of studio of maybe a sculptor of some kind. And in fact, at this point, age 21, you get filled with a sense of familiarity in this region. You remember your dream from a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you remember that occurred somewhere nearby.
It's
You're not
old.
exactly sure. It wasn't this building right in front of you, but it was one of the buildings nearby. Probably, you're not sure. Again, things have changed. Like the dream was probably from a while ago. You imagine.
Yeah.
But for the moment, you're a little bit more focused. But you just got a new note popped up in your journal that said, investigate the sculpting district in the Tail Old Pacadon district area. See if you can find evidence of Isolde.
I'm gonna say it out loud to the party because
Yeah.
I like to be strange now. I believe someone who is me is here. I feel very familiar with this place.
I feel like maybe it's a good idea for us to get a little bit of clarity about what the hell you mean when you say stuff like that. I didn't really understand that last conversation as well as maybe the other party members. What do you mean by that?
I have to say it, but I think I understand what he means. He means he's fucking better me is what he means. The lad's clearly off his fucking rocker.
I hate to
That very
come.
well
I
may
hate
be
to come.
true, Gorham.
I hate to come to that similar example, but yeah, it does seem to be that that's the case.
I put a hand on H21's shoulder. It's alright, lad. We don't mind that you're completely insane.
That sounds
So
like
then
a
just
hive mind. And we?
Alright,
definitely
well,
feels like a we situation. I believe I am created by an amalgamation of several souls, or at least personalities.
He doesn't know that. Let's just move on.
That noise is actually coming out of
Yeah.
the children's noises coming
Coming
out
out
of
of Age 21's head. It's the sound of
I
his
believe I spoke
vents.
to Alaric the Bold over in my knight's quarters, and he lost all of his boldness. I have lots of boldness. I will go anywhere I please. It seems it might be the same thing with this other dream, Isolde. She was a crafter, just like I crafted you that spoon.
I guess you did make a spoon.
That is something I remember. That is, the spoon is about as far as I can recall about what you're talking about. I mean, I've seen things similar to this, but I'm gonna go ahead and refer to your distinction here and just go ahead and go where you're going. So I'm gonna follow Mr. Robot here.
I say we do this after we figure out where we're going at first, and then I will find where Isolde might be.
alright, well. Alright, let's go.
All right, you guys realize you don't have a lot of aim after getting to this part of town. You know that Liora Stoneweaver is, at least what Raphael told you, she is a scholar and a sculptor, so she's probably around here somewhere. But you'll probably need some guidance or some investigation skills to try and find out where. So what do? Seek out people to guide you, or do you start looking in windows and looking at doors and things like that?
Fuck.
Is there even an investigation freaking skill?
No, it's perception.
Man, I suck at that.
Or survival, I guess, for tracking.
Is there? It looks to be an inn close by, like this big old building right here.
There's people that's sort of that's one of the old keeps from the lord's days. But it looks like it's been taken over in this district by maybe a wealthy Pacadon family, and there's some artworks displayed and such. But there's sort of a family, a wealthy family of gnolls walking by. It's a older couple with their adolescent son and daughter, and they can see that you guys are sort of looking around a little bit confused, and they say, "Oh, pardon me, can I help you? Are you looking for someone?"
Well, that's a great question. We're not really sure what we're looking for yet. What was the name of the person that was searching for H21?
Well, I'm looking for someone completely different from what the party is looking for. I am looking for a crafter named Isolde.
Isolde? I don't know that name, but if you're looking for a crafter, you're definitely in the right region here. This building here is owned by a sculptor lady here.
Maybe a clay sculptor, perchance?
This woman here works with stone, but there are a couple potters. And if you go down this block about half the way, you'll find a couple potters on your left. Yes.
Fantastic. I will check that out. Thank you. I think there is someone else we are here to see, though.
He has directed you down here where you might find some potters.
Okay, I'll do that afterwards.
Okay.
What's the name of that lady?
Liora Stoneweaver.
Yeah, the Stoneweaver. They are.
We're looking for Liora Stoneweaver. Do you perchance know where they are?
Oh well, you're actually quite lucky. You're standing right before her shop here. This here shop. He directs you over, and you can see that there is a sign over there, and the lettering is a little bit hard to read at this distance. But as you get closer, you can indeed see that it says Stoneweaver Sculptors on the door. He says, "So you're quite lucky there. You could probably head right in."
Fantastic. I appreciate your help and your candid attitude.
Have a good day. I run a tailor shop just around the corner. If you ever need some new threads, just come on in and I'll get you set up with a nice jacket, some linen, whatever you need.
Fantastic. I appreciate it. I don't know what that
maybe
was.
a new jacket like the one you've got on. You've got a very nice one, and I can see it's very practical. But if you ever need anything for, a little bit more showy, going to the ball, come on by.
That seemed very generous. I lean over to my friend I forget who's been here the longest. Is that a Trix? Have you been here the longest in this city?
She's on the chair.
Yeah, I grew up here.
Yeah. Is that a Trix? Is the level of kindness that this gnoll just showed us a regular thing around here?
You can roll a society check.
check.
Yeah. You're it's certainly not common in the Whisker district where you guys are from, but you know that the people of this district, especially this part of this district, are more wealthy and they have lived in sort of a little bit more safety and comfort, especially since Dresdis has taken over. So that's what you suspect is the reason behind this particular instance.
Rich folk are nicer here.
All right. We don't have. Yeah, I mean, I'm used to seeing my displays of wealth down on the swamp, but it seems a little bit more dramatic than what I'm used to. Maybe we should be careful.
I've got a question for you. How do you display wealth in a swamp?
Well, I hope one
Good
day
question.
I'm able to show you. But around the Witherwell Acres, we've got a good diversity of mansions and estates for each of the founded families. And some of us, we have a better crop than the others, and we like to display that through extravagant displays of wealth.
Yes, but like how? Yeah,
You ever been to a mansion before, Laura?
yes, many.
All right. Well, that's impressive, sir. I had no idea.
Not really. The
I
rich
didn't
people
realize I
hire
was.
mercenaries.
Oh,
I
that's
have
true.
never been to a mansion.
Well, H21, they're like regular houses, but they're much more opulent, and you have more rooms than you know what to do with. And me and my family, we live in one of these so-called mansions, and so do the other people around our Witherwell Acres.
Are you telling me that you live on a tobacco plantation?
The term we use is ash leaf, to keep, you know what I mean, the campaign nice and politically correct.
Yeah.
Well, I would love to see it someday, this mansion of yours.
Yeah, well, I mean, of course. I mean, I'm not one to voluntarily go back to Witherwell Acres quite yet, for my own reasons. But maybe one day we'll see something of the equivalent, and I can point it out to you.
H21 starts walking towards the big house because he thinks it's a mansion.
Oh, H21, hold on, wait a minute. I don't
You
know if
said
that's a.
it is bigger and more opulent.
Yep,
Yes,
it is.
this
It
is a
is.
mansion.
The most important detail, however, is that they are privately owned.
Ah, private.
And
Fantastic.
most people who have mansions take quite the exception of you walking into them uninvited.
I will keep that in mind. I appreciate it.
Well, I mean, you're always invited to mine, but my father might not agree with said invitation.
Well, let's continue and find what we are looking for.
I believe we're just walking into here, right into this studio here, the Stoneweaver studio.
Agreed.
So you
Sure
guys
thing,
come to
Captain.
the Stoneweaver studio. You walk up to the door, and you know it's noontime. It appears to be a shop, so you expect the door to be open. But when you go to um, open the door, it is actually locked.
Mm. Well,
Well,
looks like there's time for another cigarette.
I
Knock
knock.
on it.
I knock on the door loudly.
All right, you knock and wait a moment or two, and no one comes to the door.
I knock even louder.
All right, you give it a good stern pounding, and
Damn
um,
right.
Yeah.
no one comes to the door.
Is there any windows or anything like that?
Do a perception
knock-
check.
I knock loudest, and by knock loudest, I mean the door off its hinges.
Okay.
Well, we can get to that in a second.
How
Perception
many
check.
HP does the door have, Chris?
Yeah, I didn't roll it up. I thought you might
Right.
lock pick it, but you know,
Oh yeah, we
If-
have someone who can lock
if
pick.
you
Never
want to
mind.
blast it
Yeah, my
down.
favor is 8.
But H21, you do a good scan of the building, and one thing you notice is that this is a high, like this building appears to be maybe a couple stories, but there's also these really high windows on the side that seem to cast lots of light on the inside. And you can see up on they're high up, they're about 10 feet up, but one of the windows that's about 10 feet up is ajar. It's open enough that if you got up there, you could open it further. But as I said, it is 10 feet up.
What about behind it, like around back?
I'm gonna say you kind of you
Did it
went
scan?
around. Yeah, well, let's say this open window's actually in the back.
I found a open window around back. I would need a boost, but there'd be a way to get inside. I believe this is breaking the law.
Yeah, it's we're investigating. We're concerned citizens, and
How
we're
about I stand outside with my badge, my night badge, and say it is official night business.
Oh, that's perfect.
I believe that is exactly the first thing that you should use the authority for, is to, obfuscate the truth.
Yes.
Fantastic. We are concerned for the well-being of this citizen.
From
And I
what
go and
little
stand in front of the door and put my arms out.
you are well on your way to be a very good officer of the law, my friend.
So you go out, stand out front, and stand nightly.
Yeah.
Okay.
And whoever passes by, I say, please stay away, concerned citizens. This is night business.
Okay.
H21, I would recommend maybe not talking to everybody who walks by. Maybe
Please, night business.
I don't know. We maybe just the ones
H21.
that seem interested.
Yeah.
Roll a diplomacy check for me. What are the rest of y'all doing?
It does.
Well, I'm no help getting up into high places.
Can I use a cool hero point? I'm gonna use a hero point.
Okay. What does that do? You get to re-roll it?
Sure.
Is that what it does?
Yeah, I guess.
I think it is,
I
right?
mean, if you fucking say
let me
so.
check.
I don't think that's what it's. I don't, because I think you have to take the new one. So.
Yeah. Re-roll a check. You must use the second result.
Yeah. So re-rolling it without knowing anything, that's not. It's so you fired it off.
Okay.
This is what I just want to know what the other. Are you guys basically trying to figure out a way to get up to the top, and you're just talking about it out back?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
For that
Sounds
open
like it.
window.
And
I could
H21's
probably get up.
okay. So so maybe Zetatrix is gonna try. Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you start? What is your plan to get up there?
How high do I need to get?
10 feet.
10 feet?
Yeah.
Don't you have a? Can't you jump
Yeah.
that?
I think I could just jump that.
Like standing jump.
I also I took the quick jump
Yeah.
at level 2. I can use high jump and long jump as a single action instead of 2 actions.
Cool.
And if I do that, I don't need the initial stride.
Wait, you can just do a standing jump of 10
I
feet.
can just do
Yeah, you
like-
can. That's what he
Probably
got
just has a
last
fucking
level.
10-foot vertical, yes.
Dude.
Okay.
get
High
you
jump.
board-
You stride, but you're saying you don't need to because you're a cool jumper. But it says you stride, then you make a vertical leap and attempt a DC 30. What the fuck?
DC 30.
DC
myself?
30?
That's
What?
high. That
Well,
sounds
I was looking at what a high jump was. That's what you were trying
More
to
than
do,
the
right?
dice goes. The dice.
You
doesn't
can
go
leap
there.
up to 10 feet horizontally.
Sure.
No.
There might be a Pathfinder thing based on how the skills scale.
High jump is a special thing. You're probably just doing a leap, which is a normal jump. You probably don't need to do a special one, I don't think. But where does it say? Okay. Oh, if you leap vertically, you can move up to 3 feet vertically and 5 feet
Could I-
horizontally.
Could I assist and propel her up there, cut my hands and try to toss her up, with a strength check or something?
Certainly, but I'm just trying to learn the rules right now.
Oh.
And the first thing was the leap looks like it's not good enough because 3 feet is not, right? So that's where the high jump comes in. Because it's DC 30. If you didn't stride, at least you automatically fail. Blah blah. The DC might be increased or decreased due to the situation, as determined by the GM. Okay. So success, you increase the maximum vertical distance to 5 feet. Critical success, increase the maximum vertical distance to 8 feet. So you're like a 5 foot tall woman, and
Yeah.
if you jump up 5 feet, then you succeed in grasping it. Okay. Now, here's what I'm gonna say. If you're using a boost, is there an actual aid action that we can look up?
There
don't
is an
know.
actual aid action, yeah.
I was,
Aid.
I was thinking
Aid.
that she could jump off my shield or something.
Oh, sweet, like
I gotta
Captain
jump
America
on you
and
when you're holding your shield up.
what's her
Mm-hmm.
face?
And then, like boost you up with it.
Or like Wonder Woman, she does it too.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
Critical success. You grant an ally a +1 circumstance bonus to the triggering check. That sounds like what you want to do, right?
It is.
Okay.
What I'm looking at is normal success is +1, and critical success is 2.
Oh, that's what it is. I did I say critical success? Yeah, critical success is 2, and if you're a master with the check you attempted, the bonus you get a bunch of other cool stuff. If you're real
I'm not
good.
a master in anything.
We're level 2. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so so what I'll also say, do you get any bonus for your jumping feat if you do make the stride?
My feet does not say that. It just says I don't need to stride.
That's what you get out of it. Okay. So I think the other thing I'm going to say is I'm going to adjust the DC because of there's a wall that you're kind of jumping up against, and you can kind of, step on it or brace yourself against it and kind of scramble the last couple feet if you need to, right? So instead of DC 30, I'm going to reduce it to, I think DC 20.
All right.
So you get a +1 from. Oh, you get a +1.
Don't I have to roll something?
You do
to see
have
if
to
it's a
roll
+1 or a
something. Yeah,
+2?
and you have to tell me. I think you're probably doing an athletics check, right?
I'm totally cool with it.
Because you're boosting her with your strength, and she's probably doing, or she's doing her acrobatics. Is that what it says?
Having a night check.
And let's do this one. I'm gonna do this one public because it's a cool thing.
Oh, it says athletics. Sorry, Trixie.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yes, ma'am.
That's definitely a GM call.
I don't even have a +1.
Damn. All right. Are you ready?
I just thought of an easier way to do this.
Throw a grappling hook up there.
Magic.
Yeah, we do have some
Magic. She's like, oh, I do have this fucking jump spell. Yeah, I think you guys probably would get it.
Also, might not be relevant, but I am a frog.
So, not relevant.
Listen, man, I didn't want to make any assumptions.
I appreciate it. At this point, I'm pretty comfortable.
Okay, so
saying I'm a frog. So
here's what I'm saying. So far, you guys have been, trying some stuff out, and you're discussing. Hey, I can jump off here. Yeah, I'll jump off, and you're getting it set up. But as you're doing it, H21 was out front, doing his diplomacy check, and he's like, night business. And there's this nosy neighbor. She's a human that's sort of been looking at you from across the street, and eventually she comes over. She's an older lady, we'll say about 50 years old, gray curly hair. She's pulling a shawl around her, and she walks over to you, and she's like, Are you a knight, Sonny? Are you a knight?
Yes, I am a knight.
Oh,
Here's my badge.
I'm so grateful they finally sent someone like you down here. Miss Liora, she's been missing for a good 4 or 5 days now. I haven't seen her come out of that place yet once, and someone needs to go and find out what's happened to her. And she's just such a gem, She's a gem. Now, I know you're probably very busy right now, but do you have time for a cup of tea? You could come right over, and I could pour you a cup of tea, and I could tell you all about Miss Liora Stoneweaver. And, yes, it would be a great time. Come on. And she starts grabbing on your arm.
Unfortunately, ma'am, I am here on night business, and I'm going to need to finish that business before I can move to another location. I would very much like to interrogate you over the missing persons.
Oh, well, that sounds a bit serious there, good sir. I don't know
You are
what...
saying you know more about what has happened, and you would like to do it over tea, or am I mishearing? Actually, I am not mishearing. I am an automaton. I remember.
Well, I could tell you everything I know about Miss Liora. I don't know if we'll be helping you with your investigations there, but I think I'm a bit overly rude there. You know what? I'll just boil up a cup of tea, and I'll bring it on over to you and the others that are working here. You guys are working really hard, and I
Hi,
hope you
my
do
cadets
find.
are on the case right now.
I do. Your cadets, I love it.
Son of
I
a bitch.
I hope I'll be right back then. You're doing such a good service for Miss Leora. She wanders back.
And what is your name?
Oh, I'm Gretchen. And
Gretchen.
yes, my husband died about 6 years ago, and I've just been living in that home all by myself. My kids
Gretchen,
all.
I want you to know that we appreciate concerned citizens and
Oh well,
always
thank you
of
so
love
much.
some input.
You know, I would go live with my sister, but she's all the way across town, and she doesn't keep a very good place, and then I'd be really far away from my market that I really love. They get the best tomatoes here. Um,
And here in the district, it is very nice. Crafting is everywhere. Artists pouring through. You can really feel the culture of the area.
Yes, she goes on, and since you're engaging her, she's very happy to have this conversation with you.
I'm a robot, man. I'll talk to her.
You talk about the Tail District for a while. Let's go back to the other people who are actively trying to solve this mission. Um, so,
Oh, didn't I think I can. No, that was Lucius. Never mind.
yeah, I've been confusing myself too. Like, oops, no, that's Raphael is not Andrew
Right.
anymore.
I can't
He's
tell
me.
if that's Lucius.
Okay, so I think Zetatrix, I want you to just do a roll. Do an athletics roll,
Kaboom!
and I want to see an athletics roll from old buddy. Boom. Okay, so
Damn,
Oh,
bro.
what was the aid DC? I don't even know.
It was
you could have just jumped it. Dwarf could have jumped it. No, but your first attempt was kind of awkward, and you guys realize you didn't have the exact right setup. But Gorum, you kind of get yourself down so that you know your shield's resting on your shoulder, so that she can kind of do a jump onto the shield, and then that way, when she gets onto the shield first, she's now jumping off of your shoulder, which since you're kind of squatted down so that she can jump on it is about 3 feet off the ground. So you're basically giving her a 3-foot head start with your shoulder technique. So you guys try it again. Give me some more rolls. Oh, you full
I
on
could have just jumped it.
Yeah, you full on Captain America her right up into the air, and you got a little bit of clearance there, Zetatrix, so that it's easy for you to kind of pull yourself up. The window was already open about 8 to 10 inches, so you don't even have to push it open very much further for you to sort of shimmy your body in. Maybe before you decide to drop in, I'll give you a quick idea of what you're looking at. In fact, maybe I will. Yeah, I'll just activate us.
Holy shit! You made a map for it.
Yes, I did. I guess I didn't. I probably should have spent time on other shit. But
I have
Oh.
rope in my backpack too, so I can just like tie off, some rope and.
Just come unlock the door.
everybody else
You can also
be-
just unlock the
that's
door.
Right. We also just freaking unlock the door. Never
Come
mind.
unlock the door. Let me inside.
here, I'm gonna put Zeta on the map.
I'm talking to old ladies out front.
You're living your
Is
best
the
life.
main entrance this way?
Yeah. So when you looked in, you didn't see it. This is what you saw. You didn't see any people. Leora's not in here. But you can.
What? This is cool.
Oh, you can all see because you all have Zetatrix now, right? Oh, I didn't put the
Yeah,
doors
that
in.
looks sick.
Oh, I didn't put the doors in.
I can't drag it around. Oh yeah, I can. Never mind.
Okay, don't walk too far. You can go
I
down.
I can only see in the room that she's in. So.
Yeah, I just wanna.
Mama.
Can I ask what the
Mama.
specific name of this dwarf statue is? Because
Don't go in there, Zetatrix, please.
that's
I
looking
won't.
kind of like Beldrick a little bit.
I was just putting myself on the floor from where you dropped me.
Yeah. Okay, now that I got that in there, all I need... Oh, there's a few more walls. I thought I made all my walls, but I didn't. And this map is kind of only partially finished. But that's because
A partially finished map is better than none.
my partially finished maps are still pretty badass.
Yeah.
I don't have
Your maps
any,
are pretty neat.
and I didn't put any lighting or anything on this time, but whatever. Okay,
It looks red.
I'm assuming we're in here in the middle of the day. There's
it
plenty
is.
of ambient light.
There is on this
There
top
was a
floor,
window.
because as I mentioned, there's these big windows that are shining in on this studio, which gives her lots of light when she's doing her work. So you've basically dropped down in her studio, and you can see, this area around. But you also notice she's not there. This door is actually closed here, so let me just put a door there. But you could go open the door like you said, or you could lower a rope down, or you didn't even have to jump down if you didn't want, but you saw this area. So yeah, what are you gonna do?
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a looky look.
Perception?
Yeah, perception.
Sure.
I'm sure.
Roll a looky look check, please.
Boom.
All right, you take a quick look around, and so this is, as I've already mentioned, the studio of Liora Stoneweaver. You probably already tell this already. You see there's these high ceilings with sturdy beams, and then there's the big windows that allow the natural light to flood in, so you have lots of light to see. There are these marble structures or marble sculptures that are, some of them are still in the process of being constructed, like the one that you can witness in the center of the room here. This one looks to be a sculpture of the god Brock, and the god of industry and craftsmanship. He has a hammer in his hand, and there's a stylized anvil below him, and so on. You also notice in the room there are some devices and parts of what look like machinery of some kind, maybe even automatons. And there's lots of tools and workbenches, and there's also some blueprints and sketches on these tables that are nearby you. Points of interest that might be worth looking at more: the statue of Brock, the blueprints and sketches, and then also you can kind of see on the left-hand wall here, there's a large fresco that has been painted on the wall, depicting a scene of an ancient forge, is what it looks like. And again, you could maybe look a little bit more into that.
Okay. I think it's time to go let them in.
All right.
Kaboom!
All right. And then I shall make them have bodies.
Let there be bodies.
Am I still having tea with that old lady?
She's gone back to make tea, and you're just keeping people clear of the door.
All right. Once the door opens, I will lock it behind me if I go in.
Okay. You guys all go inside? All right.
Indubitably sad.
So you can see on the left-hand side, there's like a brand new sculpture being made. It looks like she's just chopping off the first chunks of the stone. On the right-hand side, there's an easel with a sheet over it, and there are some paints that have been left out. Can I get perceptions from everybody?
Are we in the room?
Yeah.
We're in here.
All of you, anyone who wants to come in. Zedatrix, open the door for you. Y'all can come in. And do perceptions.
So
How do I do a perception? Oh yeah, that's an attributes, not skills, right?
that's ironic.
Yeah, main screen on the left.
Are you saying that you do not have the perception?
Whoa! Failed his perception check.
Wait, what? How do I do a perception check?
Whoa! Wait, use your eyes, bro.
Let's open up here. your character.
And then
My
you were
character
correct
sheet?
about it being under attributes.
It's
You
on
just
the
have to have
left
your
side.
character
Character sheet left side.
Left side. It's not in the
There's going to
skills.
be a dice. And like a little eye.
Or you just highlight your character.
And use the
put it at
hotkey
top of your
up at the top of
screen,
the screen.
attributes.
Or that.
It won't do it for me because I keep trying to do that, but it says that there's no active encounter, so it won't
Because you're
do it.
clicking the initiative one on the top. All the skills that look like actual skills are not actually skills. They're all initiative.
There's a perception click here. Okay.
Listen,
I see that.
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Listen
But
to-
C squared equals A squared plus B
I'm
squared.
legally not required to
Minus
understand that information.
AB cosine of C.
Whereas my brain's trying to prove a theorem right now.
In case it's just a normal everyday triangle.
Oh, it's just a normal triangle. Awesome.
Just a normal.
Okay,
Standard everyday triangle.
a right
Just a
angle
normal
triangle.
everyday. I'm sorry if I seem sluggish, guys, because I have a lingering
I've been
Kind
turned
of
into a slug.
cough.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering why you sounded so sluggish.
He's been turned into a slug.
Um,
I'm joking, Jeremy. You sound great.
so one thing,
Okay.
H21, one thing you notice about the painting is that the paints and the paintbrushes that have been left out have all dried up. It's all the cans, everything is all dry.
Huh. Can I pull on Isolde's maybe experience and see how long they've been dry for?
Yeah, you know that these particular
They
pants,
matched up with the lady.
yeah, they would have taken a little bit of time for them to dry out, so you wouldn't normally be worried about them drying out, but so for them to dry out, they must have been left out for several days, is your guess.
This paint corroborates the story the old lady I spoke to outside. She has been missing for several days. I'm just now telling you this. She's missing.
You're just chatting up old women and then not telling us that, are you?
I'm very sorry. She invited me for tea, but I told her no, I'm on official night business.
Popular.
I thought we established earlier that you are incapable of consuming liquid.
I am, yes. But I always appreciate the candor and talks whenever I get into situations like that.
Well, that's nice to hear. If she's been missing for so long, how are we supposed to find her?
Well, I say we case the joint, as they say.
Whoa, I don't know if that's the term you think it is, H21. I think maybe we should just investigate slightly. I don't know if we should be planning a theft.
Oh,
Oh yeah, that's what that means.
Maybe just look around, I think is the term we're using.
yes.
I'm gonna go ahead and check out this.
I'll add that to my databanks.
These rocks over here.
I would like to find out what this
So look at the
tastes like.
rocks.
Do these
That-
look like standard rocks?
Yeah, this was a sculpture that looks like it has just been started.
On a scale from 1 to Beldrick.
How much?
Who is it?
Well, I had to use a dwarven sculpture because they were the best ones in the thing, but this is most likely a Pachyderm sculpture
Okay,
of Brock. So I think
Yeah,
everyone here can probably just have basic religion knowledge to know that this looks like a depiction of Brock. But y'all can do a perception check looking at the sculpture in more detail.
Okay.
I roll it. Just
I
gonna
like
click.
the sculpture. What does it taste like?
H21.
You ate it?
Yeah, me again. Wow.
Well, you're really astute today, and you're paying attention. You've got your knight badge. Zedatrix, you also noticed this from your skills in the underworld, is that this particular sculpture has been crafted in an interesting way. He's holding a hammer, but the hammer is got a mechanism on it that can be pressed down, so you can press the hammer down just slightly. And if you wanted to, you could try.
It looks like we can press this hammer down and it will do some sort of mechanism. I am unsure what it would
Well, I
activate.
don't know about that. I don't know about that. We should probably be a little bit more careful before we start engaging mechanisms.
Zedatrix, you should press it.
I press it.
Zenestrix hands with up.
Can you do a crafting check for me?
Oh, can I do an engineering check?
Anyone who's got an engineering or crafting, yeah. I was gonna ask Gorham because I think he has crafting, yeah.
I do.
So, yeah.
Since she's not
So,
here, I don't think she'd mind if I smoked
you
a
press it
cigarette
down,
inside, right?
and from your knowledge, you can tell that it is supposed to be connected to something, but it isn't yet. Like, this is a work that's being built. You can tell, though, that it is probably going to be used to, like, open a secret door or something like that when it finally gets installed, wherever it will be installed.
I know this might be non sequitur, but I'd like to respond to Alicia's comment.
Go for it.
Alicia's, in respect, I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking, but I think as much as you should actually, it would be more efficient if you told us when you weren't smoking or not having a cigarette than when you're having a good cigarette. You should be like, we're just
That's fair. That's fair. I don't want to be rude. This city seems to be widely inconsistent as to where I can and cannot consume a cigarette.
You do see
Oh, you're
large
just- oh.
no smoking signs no smoking in the studio.
All right,
so-
see that's
Oh, it's just-
I can respect that kind of direct atmosphere of communication.
Alicia,
I can
I'm
respect
sorry.
that.
You were just being polite.
A firm no is just as good
and
as
I
a
was
firm
being
yes.
snooty.
Says please
polite.
please keep smoking in the stock room, and there's a sign.
If you'd like one, you just let me know, Landry, next time you want one.
I get a
Or
little
if
closer
you
every time.
If you want one, or if that cat's been eyeing my smokes too. So if he wants one, he can have one.
And you know what? I'm not surprised Angelo was eyeballing them, but he's probably thinking about eating them.
Oh, that I have tried, and does not give you the result you would expect. It mostly just gets you very ill.
I'm gonna keep that in mind.
All right.
Okay.
Anyway, what the hell could this here dagnabbit contraction be attached to? Huh? What is this?
Well, it says it should be attached to some sort of door or hatch or something. Let's just look around. Maybe that is not finished either.
I don't know why all these city folks can't just make doors. Got to make all these mechanisms.
Maybe whatever behind it is very precious.
Or what would have been behind it.
Ooh.
The project was finished.
And she has been kidnapped, maybe.
So you guys see also the blueprints, and also there's this art piece installed on the wall.
Yeah, I'm gonna check out the blueprints.
And
Okay.
I'll go
You
over
can
the
do either a crafting or an arcana check to try and understand what's going on here.
Let me see which one.
Never mind, I don't want to do it.
Or you're a cultist, you can do an occultist check too.
Ooh, yeah.
I can assist the.
Go for it.
That's my
Yeah, you're the
Do your own check.
All right.
Assisting was good in the old days,
Independent
but I
game.
think doing your own checks is better in
Oh.
Pathfinder.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because then you get 2 tries.
So you saying that we need 2 tries? Is that what you're saying?
Well, it's 2 tries or plus 1, right? And plus 1.
Yeah,
Oh, I
you're
see
right.
what you're saying.
You're right. The 2 tries is probably the better solution. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Actually-
also you needed 2 tries, okay? Aloysius was not wrong.
And you're like, let me look at these arcane maps, and then it's just like no clue.
Sometimes you gotta listen to the DM, but sometimes I'm trying to troll you into jumping down a trap or something.
I just got ashes all over the pages. I can't read them anymore.
Exactly, you're burning it up. Okay, so these are fairly technical blueprints. They're blueprints of various devices, including ones that seem related to the secret door that may have been operated by this statue. But you also see a lot of them, especially this book you're standing over right now, is a notebook filled with diagrams related to automatons and different kinds of mechanisms that might be used to build an automaton. So you start flipping through the pages a little bit, and what you really catches your eye is after you look through a few diagrams, you see a diagram that is very clearly one of the Ankh-Mut that you guys have encountered before. which is a bit striking because you know, they've been buried under this pyramid for a long time. Although the diagram that you see is actually on an old piece of parchment that had been wedged into the book here, as though she may have found this diagram of an Ankh-Morpork somewhere else and had put it into her notes. And at that part of her notebook, there are other sketches that look like her attempts to redraw some of the notes on the Ankh-Morpork. So from this, you're able to determine that at least semi-recently, she had been doing some kind of research related to the Ankh-Morpork. Any questions? We good?
Makes sense.
Okay.
Can I store the automaton? Stuff? Can I
Like
take that with me?
some of the blueprints?
Yeah.
Sure. Let's say you find a couple sheets there, a couple blueprints that you think might be useful for your own construction. And indeed, some of the stuff that she has there does look like it might be related to your own construction. Maybe not like directly related. You don't see like a blueprint of your arm or something, but some of the gears and
Maybe
servos,
like a gear or something.
yeah, they seem like they're the same kind of design or the same ideas, right? So yeah, you grab a couple that might be helpful, and then yeah, you see this door leading somewhere too, but there's still this sort of painting in the back that I'll give you just sort of a description of it. It's a large fresco. It depicts an ancient forge scene with workers apparently crafting an Ankh-Morpork. There's sort of an Ankh-Morpork body it's laid out on a large, what almost looks like an altar, and there are priests working around it, and standing above this altar is Brock. Apparently, it's a depiction of the Pachyderm version of Brock, who's standing sort of watching over or supervising, it looks like, the construction of the Ankh-Morpork. What else? There's hieroglyphs underneath. Unfortunately, I don't think any of y'all can read them at this time. But I think you have some tools that you might be able to read them. Yeah, if you want to, you can look more closely at it. I will let people do like a religion or a lore check if you think you have a lore check that might be relevant to it, to try and figure out the hieroglyphs without having to cast some spells. Also, I might just allow people to do a sort of raw lore check based on the fact that you have already got some knowledge about hieroglyphs. You've seen some hieroglyphs before, you have translated them before, you might recognize a couple of them here. So yeah. Perception checks for any who want to start out, and then anyone else who wants to do a lore or a religion check can do that.
I suck at all that.
I got academia.
My only lore skill is underworld.
My only lore skill is warfare.
And I know it's not a sequitur, but it's like, but what you meant, Bobby, was like the movie series.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. What are you talking about? I know about vampires and werewolves, dude.
And
Nice.
The consequential hybrid.
And the consequences of a hybrid. I know all that.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry, guys, I'm acting out. That's
academics.
I'm gonna make a perception check.
I think
Damien?
you could do a lore check with your academics training, and of course our bard. You always have bard lore that you can do. But yeah, perceptions from Air 1.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no wall. You can just walk right through this guy.
Well, sorry, Wild Rose. I got
Sorry,
Blaze
bro.
retells.
I was putting walls in the last minute. There wasn't even doors on here like 5 minutes ago.
I have banter. Alicious, I figured out why you chose to play a string instrument.
Why did he choose to play a string
Oh.
instrument?
Yeah, why?
So that way he can That way he can smoke and play at the same time.
Hmm.
Good call.
Because
That is very good conjecture.
Oh, it's not because he likes the country twang.
Okay, I'm back.
I believe he likes the twins.
Oh, he
What
wasn't
about
even
a
here.
country
We were
Oh man,
talking about.
I was
trying
on
to
mute. What's
answer.
going on?
I said Owlicious. I figured out why you chose to play a string instrument.
Why is that?
Is because that way you can smoke and play at the same time.
Well, I do play a violin. So I do have to have both my arms occupied, but I have learned to balance it in my froggish mouth.
That's the skills right there.
Yeah. Dexterity.
All right. So
All right. I don't know.
as you guys are chatting, you guys walk over to the fresco, and you all notice as you get a little bit closer that Brock is depicted in a sort of interesting way. He strangely has tears in his eyes, and they seem to be glowing or sparkling in some kind of way. And yeah, anyone want to roll a lore check like I mentioned, Landry or Aloysius? And we don't have anyone with religion in this group, or do we?
I've just got.
I think only Aloysius can do it.
I have a +2, and I don't know why.
Doesn't our bard have bardic lore?
I have
Yeah.
bardic lore, yeah.
Yeah,
but
so
that's
you
the
can
only
do a
person who can
bardic
do it.
lore check, and you got to roll it.
How do I do that?
Oh, it's in your skills.
Oh yeah.
And Landry, you can roll a lore one if you have one too. Lore academic.
All right.
All right. So, Landry, you've had a little bit more skill with the hieroglyphs, especially since you were raised in this town. You've learned a couple, and you also had been taking part of some of the translating that went on of the previous hieroglyphs. So some of these are ones you just recognize.
See. I
Excuse me.
recognize some.
And it's just a simple inscription at the bottom. It says, priests in the anvil of Brock at Seshmu Chenin forging the Ankhamut. It's just sort of a title of the paper, the painting.
I convey it to the group. Is there a date? Next.
No.
That.
But it looks fairly contemporary. Your best guess is that it may have been painted by Liora, the craftsman that you have not yet met.
Let's see.
This is her studio, after all, and everything in here. You're basically assuming
Oh, that makes sense.
that she's made. Yeah. So you do see over here is the obvious storeroom, because there's a sign on the wall that says "Please only smoke in the storeroom," and there's a sign, there's a line, there's an arrow pointing to it. So that's how you know it's the storeroom. So if anyone would want to go into the storeroom now is your chance to go in the storeroom.
Yeah.
Yo, I
That's
think we
fine.
should probably investigate what's going on in that storeroom.
I'm trying to make the DMing
Sounds
more video gamey. So like I'm trying to put
Well, that's what you
highlighty
said.
images around things and stuff.
You said you were gonna do that in the very beginning, right? You wanted it more
Yeah.
video gamey.
Yeah, just so it's a little easier to navigate and you don't have to guess what I'm thinking you should be doing. Hey, you're in a storeroom.
No,
In the
it's
storeroom is a large collection of high-quality building materials and tools arranged meticulously by Liora.
Ooh.
There are stone slabs prepared for future projects, clay projects drying, wood of different kinds, and all manners of chisels, hammers, and other tools. A large kiln sits quietly. The far wall has a bas-relief sculpture depicting a scene similar to the fresco in the studio. And what else can I tell you? The clay work that is drying has all dried out, which reconfirms some of the other clues and pieces of evidence you've already gathered, that whomever was working in here has not been tending to their projects lately.
Look like they haven't been busy.
I'm gonna check out this.
Bas relief sculpture
Hill.
of Brock. The
Yeah,
marble,
that thing.
the marble sculpture of Brock looks down on priest crafting an ankhamut body, similar to the images on the fresco. One of the
So this
priests,
lady already knows about making those things.
one of the priests reaches up to Brock as if for a tool or other resources. Brock is depicted wiping a tear from his eye. You can do a perception check if you want to look a little bit closer.
Do we have? Do we need to pull the tear off of the front statue and bring it back here, maybe?
When you look closer at the tear, you
That's
notice
a good idea.
that in this sculpture the tear is actually a small gem. It's only maybe a centimeter, less than a centimeter in its diameter. It's very small, but it is definitely a gem of some value. And when you look closely at it, it twinkles very slightly with a magical glimmer. And I'm allowing Arcana, Occultism, or Religion checks. Or
All right,
or
occultism
yeah,
it is.
yeah. Anything else like that?
Boom.
Landry pulling out, he's channeling his Oro. Landry hasn't been rolling as many ones, or at least notably ones, as all of the other characters.
Well,
Or
now you
OG.
brought,
The
Yeah.
generational trauma.
now you
Yeah.
brought attention to it. So
Exactly. Now it's
Yeah, the
Now-
intro people correct itself.
yeah. I guess he's just not charging in and dying either. So, okay, but
Yeah, starting everything off.
you guys maybe think about it for a couple minutes together, and I mean, you know how in my world there's like a little bit of a magical vibration that you can feel when you touch magic items and such. You can tell that this little gem there has been enchanted in some way, and you suspect that maybe if you can it's like maybe a button or something that you could activate by channeling a little bit of arcana, well, any kind of magical energy into the device. So any of you that has that kind of magical power could try to activate this, what appears to be a secret door.
I can try to do a tremor sign onto it.
Boom.
Just
You
make it
want
vibrate.
the honors laundry?
yeah, I believe
Sure.
Landry can handle this.
I think I could do something subtle here. I like to
Datrix is backing away.
send a series of tremors, but I'm not going to intentionally put a message in it. Actually, I'll just put a message arbitrarily open, but it's not intended to go into anyone. It's just to channel magic through it.
Remember, the messages are things that you've agreed upon with whoever you're sending it to.
Right.
So you can say, "I'll send a pattern like bop bop bop," or
Yeah.
Yes,
I like that. Like bits.
yeah,
Bip, bip, bop.
or like Morse code
That's
kind of
cool.
thing. So
Yeah.
but basically you're like, I'm going to stream some of that magical energy into this, and you kind of have a natural sense of how that works as someone who works with magic. So you can open yourself up to your own magical power and potential, and then you reach out with that potential towards the tiny gem. When you do, it activates the gem, and a very small sort of scene plays out before you. It's very short, but he's in the depiction. He's wiping away the tear, and he wipes it away. The tear remains on his finger as he passes the tear down to the workers that were reaching up for it. They grab the tear and they place it inside the Ankhemat's chest. You watch as the Ankhemat comes to life, walks off to the side. Another one, this is all magically sort of a magical kind of illusion, and another one comes in, and it sort of resets itself back into its original position at the end, with Brock wiping away a tear again. The gem itself re-emerging up at the top there. But when it does, the door kind of also slides open and reveals a passageway behind it, or stairwells behind it, leading down.
Nice.
Hell
I
yeah.
went down the end.
All right, you stumble on the first one, and you actually fall down the stairs, breaking all your bones.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Worth it.
Yeah.
No, voice just-
somehow it causes a TPK.
Somehow or other.
We're all fucking dead.
You found the one?
Trips, breaks all his bones on the way down. He grabs the self-destruct lever that H21 has,
Right.
and it blows up and kills all of us.
We're all dead.
I'm gonna roll a thievery over here and looking for traps.
Okay. There's definitely nothing that stands out to you. It looks like it's a fairly standard route into a basement. You suspect that the secret door was the most security that you're gonna find down here.
Sounds good. Are these books?
Yeah, as you get closer to the bottom, you realize there's a large
jeez.
sort of bookshelves and library down here. And as you come around, you enter into what appears to be kind of a large underground shrine to Brock. So you descend the secret staircase, the air grows cooler and carries a faint echo of a forgotten past. The passageway opens into a vast underground shrine dedicated to Brock. The room is illuminated by dim, flickering torches set in sconces along the wall. An ancient anvil and hammer, symbols of Brock's divine craftsmanship, are prominently displayed in the center of the room, surrounded by meticulously crafted offerings of metal and stone. They're mostly tools and such that would be revered by Brock and followers of Brock. Shelves lining the walls hold scrolls and tomes, or bookshelves. The pages filled with diagrams, and you see various diagrams on metallurgy. So you see formulas for merging metals together. You also find diagrams of like gears and chains and other pieces of machinery. And then you also see what appear to be prayer books to Brock. These are all things that you can kind of take in as you spend just the first minute or two as you wander into the space and take it all in. So you can see there's this desk here with some open books and stuff that are available. There's this altar and shrine to Brock, and then also you can just hear some muffled sounds coming from behind this door over here, which is a sturdy door at the back of the room.
That great signals to quiet down.
Okay.
I test the handle.
It's open.
I see that.
Did you open it or no?
I opened it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
guys, don't tell Chris, but I think Beldrick is Brock. Make sure you don't tell Chris.
maybe. No, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay, you open the door, and when the door opens, almost immediately you hear someone from the other room yell, "Who's there? Help, please! I'm in here, but be careful. There's a powerful Ankh-Morpork in here, and he's confused and possibly hostile." Okay, so
Hey, all right.
so you guys kind of come into the room, and we're probably gonna have to roll initiative here in a second. But
You want me to move back?
no, you're good. You're good. Are we missing someone here?
Me. Can you drag me?
Yeah.
RH21.
Oh, boom. There we go. Okay.
Sorry, I'm folding laundry.
You know,
I am
got it.
listening.
I got it. I
Thank you.
just wanted to make sure you're in here too. We'll say you're kind of back here. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. So there's a powerful Ankh-Morpork in here. He's kind of confused and possibly hostiles. What she says, when you come in, what you can see is what looks like a lab. It would have looked like one of Raphael's labs, maybe. It's kind of there's lots of mechanical stuff in here. She's also a skilled artist and crafter, so there's things that look like she might be using for art projects as well. But this, it seems to be a place where she studied Ankh-Morpork and tried to learn more about them. And what you also can see is there's this large altar that looks very similar to those altars that you saw depicted in her art outside. And on it, there are some shattered chains where it looks like whatever she was working on had broken free. There are also some other devices in the room that look like they have been shattered by someone who has maybe lashed out in rage. You see, it says animated armor. Or maybe you guys can't see that, but it's actually an Ankh-Morpork here. And I made a cool like elephant robot Egyptian thing. He kind of looks cool if you zoom in.
Yeah, it looks great.
It's cool.
Wait, no, I can't see it.
Yeah, check him out.
It definitely has like all those motifs, you know.
Yeah, I asked him. This guy.
I'm signaling where it is.
Are you guys fucking with me?
No.
No.
There's nobody there. I do not see anything there.
Where's your guy?
I see it.
What? If I move?
Dude, are robot elephants invisible to frogs?
I can't see anything.
Can you see the other people?
I see the NPC here. I see everybody moving around. Yep. Here, let me
Don't see
refresh.
anything right there.
I'm gonna refresh.
He's refreshing. Oh, it reappeared.
I put it invisible, re-visible, just to see if he was in a bug or something. But because I can make him invisible. Like if he goes invisible, I can make him invisible.
Yeah, I'm just reloading here. Should take a minute.
Well, it's gonna be harder for you to fight the bad guy when you're can't even see him.
Yeah.
So too bad.
Can't see him.
That'd be an interesting character feature.
Wow, he looks rad as hell.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Wait, I want to see how cool he is.
And
Okay, I
look,
see him now.
look at the elephant I picked. That
Oh,
wasn't
shit.
sexy
He
elephant.
looks awesome.
I saw that too.
Yeah. Do you want me to switch her out for sexy elephant?
Honestly, kinda.
She's got her own. She's got her own.
I'm not even making a joke.
Can't hide those hips. You know what I mean? Like she's got her own vibe.
Okay, so I didn't quite get to finish this map. As you can see, it's kind of looking a little. This was the part that was the least finished. What you also notice is that she's actually kind of barricaded herself behind some magical barrier that she's erected back there, and it looks like she's been trapped back there for a number of days. Whereas this armor or this Ankh-Morpork, he's speaking in like ancient Pakidon, and he's like walking around and he's kind of confused, and he's like got a large glaive basically in his hand that he's been using to like smash stuff out of anger. And he still kind of looks confused to you guys right now, but unfortunately he is hostile. So I'm gonna make us all go into an active encounter, and we all can just do initiative, I guess. And I think
Regular initiative.
probably.
Said I'm trained. What am I?
Don't forget to
Can you-
select yourself.
Can you be trained in initiative? Oh no, I'm using stealth.
You get to
Oh.
use it depends on what skill you have, and you might be trained in that skill.
I think I am.
Yeah,
I
you're.
am. Okay.
I think everyone should do perception though, for
I
initiative.
rolled it, but it didn't pop
Okay.
up. on
I
the-
need to
used it
review
for my-
mine then.
I used it for my
Uh,
character sheet. Is that what I was supposed to use?
Yeah, you can
That's
do it
fine.
either way.
Perception. Yeah, I used perception. Yep.
Yeah, everyone's
so
got one
initiative.
except Landry so far, so you're all good.
I need to
Oh.
review mine.
So it doesn't in the drop down for initiative on the website column. It doesn't give me perception as an option.
Ignore that.
What?
Sorry, I accidentally.
Oh
rolled
no,
this
it's on
one.
the top. Oh my gosh.
Don't forget to set the animated armor as your target.
Gosh. Oh. Okay. Let's go.
Okay.
Aha.
Can I redo my initiative, please?
I don't think that's allowed. Why do you want to redo it?
Because I
You
did it
have
as
the
stealth and I
highest
needed to do
one.
perception.
Okay. I thought you were just like you had the highest one, so I think it's okay. How do I do this? Clear initiative.
So how do you
Boom.
how do
Go.
I make
Thank you.
the animated armor a target, or how do you make a quick opponent's targets?
Maybe right click it. Maybe
Like anything on a
shift
right
click it. How did you guys do it?
What do you mean?
How did
How
you
do you
make
make
it
it a
at your target?
You go to the initiative tracker, and
Okay.
you click the
Oh, it's
target.
on the
Targeting.
initiative tracker. Okay. Got
Oh, you just click it. Wow, this feels like I'm cheating. I thought that's
And it shows you.
On the left of the screen, the way I did it is the target symbol from the square symbol.
it. Oh.
You can do that too.
Oh.
Oh, nice. Oh. We're all like, oh.
It'll auto check like DCs and shit.
Oh, cool.
Here,
That
let
reminds
me,
me of the Z targeting in Zelda. The way those little arrows go in.
Let me make a. How do you make a thing? Like this. There. She's got a little like force field thing around here, so you guys can't go into those squares. But otherwise, you good. Okay. Did we get a good? We got a good. Begin encounter. Zetatrix, you're first. We've started the initiative because as you guys came in and she said that stuff, she said, you know, he's confused and possibly hostile. He is hostile, and he kind of turned and he looked at you guys and he's brandishing a weapon, and it looks like he's going to do something when he gets a chance. So you get an opportunity to do something first because you've rolled initiative and you're just faster. So yeah, he hasn't necessarily done anything hostile yet. He appears like he intends to. What are you gonna do?
A part of me does want to try to be diplomatic, but I'd have to use an item.
At the moment, he's speaking, but he's speaking in a language that none of you can understand.
Right.
Oh, but if only we had some sort of device to decipher language.
Yeah, you know what?
Um,
Let's start off on the right foot. I'm gonna use comprehend language.
Okay.
On
So
the scroll.
now I'm gonna get crunchy. We're playing a crunchy game, so we're playing a country, right? So comprehend languages.
Oh, yeah, that's only for text, isn't it?
Not necessarily. The target can understand the meaning of a single language if it is hearing or reading it when it is cast a spell. So you will be able to understand him, but it does not let you speak it unless you cast it at a higher level, which you guys don't have that. So you'll be able to understand him, but you won't be able to necessarily talk to him. But you
Right.
fire it off. I'm going to say you fire that off, okay?
I unfortunately clicked use.
Yeah, you did. You did.
Don't know. I think I needed to do a spell DC though, or something.
Nah, fuck that shit.
You cast a spell from a scroll. You must appear on your list, and you roll a check. Oh no, that's just if it's a spell attack. I need to read the whole thing. So I think I just get it. So I think I can understand him now.
Okay, so you can understand him. And he's saying, let's see, he says, I demand to know why I have been brought here. Are you in league with this witch? Tell me now. And he stands forth and he kind of, he looks like he's threatening, but he's not necessarily attacking you yet. He's sort of waiting to hear what you have to say.
Oh shit. I don't know if any of us can speak to him, but he doesn't really seem to be that hostile. He's asking if any of us can speak to him and if we're with the witch.
And
Ask the witch if she could talk.
Leora's like, don't hurt him, don't hurt him. I brought him back, and it was against his will. I didn't know he would be hostile, and please, if you could just subdue him some way.
Like with bullets?
And he gets up and he's like, "What is she saying? You!" And he gets mad and he's like, I've had enough of you, witch. If I could get in there. And then he gets really kind of hostile towards her and he's like talking to her, and then he comes back and he says, "Are you with the witch? I demand you to tell me."
My head no. I'm gonna shake my head. No. And I'm doing the thing with my hands.
Okay. Do a diplomacy check for me, because I have to tell if this is ancient Pacadon culture has the same signals for no.
Yeah.
You're actually telling him, "Go fuck your mother." You're like, "No."
Shit, I already forgot. Diplomacy, not my strong suit, boys.
You can be diplomatic.
He doesn't seem to understand what you're trying to convey, but he doesn't also seem to grow more hostile. He's still making the same demands. "Are you here to imprison me? I am an honorable Ankh-Morpork warrior."
I'm going to kneel. That'll be my last action. I'm gonna kneel.
Okay. Anyone else follow his lead or her lead, or do you do something else?
Clever.
Kneel? Why are we kneel? What's with the kneeling tricks?
I can't speak in his language, but he's just asking us if we're with the witch. He's clearly freaking out.
We are technically with the witch.
Yeah, we are technically. I don't know
are
how
here
to
for the witch.
do him though.
We are here for the witch. We could subdue him with violence.
That's all I'm really good at, honestly.
I mean, I've got a couple of spells that might be able to like stop him up a little bit, but ultimately, most of it is I'm just really good at making y'all better at killing him.
Right.
So,
I have
Trixie, you kneeled?
rope.
You knelt?
Yeah, I kneeled.
Okay, he says, "Ah, you recognize the honor of Ramos, imperial bodyguard of Horus the Great. Bow down before my greatness and speak to my honor."
Triggs, that sounded pretty intense. What did he say?
He said his name is Ramos and he is one of the Imperial Guards of Horus.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and kneel down.
I'll kneel.
Fucking A. Okay. You guys start to kneel, and you can see. Was that a Goran saying no?
Straight up.
Okay.
No.
I'm saying, okay, so you guys are standing in the front, but the three who have knelt down, you guys have caused him to become less agitated. And he says, "Finally, those who respect the honor of Ramos, I have sacrificed myself to be embodied as an Ankh-Morpork warrior. I've sworn to guard Horus for eternity. Speak, my followers. Tell me, why have I been brought here? Why has my slumber ended?"
Oh boy, I really wish.
Maybe if we just talk to him, he will realize that we don't speak the same language.
Sir, we don't speak your language anymore, Great Ramos. It's the old tongue. Hey, lady back there.
Yeah, do you speak robot elephant?
She said, as she sees he's kind of become subdued, she also follows your lead and starts to kneel down, but she does drop her force field because he's sort of stopped his hostile intentions, and she says, she kind of scurries over here and she says, I've got tomes. I've studied the language. I can't speak it very well. I'm impressed that you were able to understand him. Please
Stop talking to us.
keep him keep him distracted for just a moment. Just a moment. And I'm going to end the encounter because you guys seem to. And she goes out and she starts scurrying. He looks a little bit agitated and says, where's the witch going?
I lay my pistols on the ground.
He looks at them.
Like,
He's
like signaling, like trying to say, "Calm down." I'm still staying on my knee.
okay. He walks over to her desk. He realizes the force field's undone. And he pushes her chair around a little bit. He starts coming over this way. His actions are a little bit aggressive. Gorham, how do you respond to them? Do you stand your ground? Do you hold up your?
Yeah, I just stand there.
Yeah,
I just stand there.
He
Yeah, that's the real key here.
yeah. Let's
I have a job to do. I'm also a bodyguard. Also, I like that whenever, like, me or Landry we're always within a diagonal square.
Oh yeah, that's kind of hot just
So-
just like, yep.
Gorham, what is your intimidate bonus? Like, what would your
Bonus?
DC be for intimidate?
Do you want my class DC or what my intimidation roll would be?
Go.
Like,
Your intimidation bonus.
My
your
intimidation
bonus
is
plus
4.
10. Okay, so your DC would
Oh, that'd be 14.
14. Okay, so I'm gonna make him roll. Oh, this is some shit stats. I don't think he's that bad. I'm gonna roll this bad. Okay, 14. Okay,
Check.
that's perfect. It wasn't. I was trying to roll a charisma check, but his charisma's -5. And I didn't want to give him a -5. But he like you guys. He kind of. It's like your forces of will. You stand in your ground, and he comes up, and you guys are like just staring. You're staring each other down, basically. He's unwilling to go forward any further, but he is also not turned back. And same thing with you. You're standing your ground, but you don't have to stand your ground long enough. You hold him off for a round, and she comes rushing back, and she's got another scroll of comprehend languages, and she casts it, but it's a higher level, so she can speak the language. And she comes in and she says, Ramos, great Ramos, I apologize. I'm so sorry for bringing you here. Oh, great Ramos. I brought you back to life not knowing the sacrifice you had made. And she apologizes a bit. Well, she says all that in his language, so I guess only Trixie you can kind of understand. Or, yeah, you're the one who cast it, right? You're the only one who can understand her, but you might translate. She quells him a bit, and she explains to him what has happened. And you guys can listen in through Trixie, I guess. She says, I'm just a humble priestess of Brock. I have studied the ways of crafting an Ankh-Morpork warrior like yourself, but I have never been able to create one through my own skills. Those skills have been lost for many centuries. However, I have found and crafted a body for an Ankh-Morpork warrior, and this is the body that you are now inhabit. I just needed what is the secret of the Ankh-Morpork, which is a tear of Brock. It is a piece of divinity. It is what we mortals might call a soul. And I had never had such access to such a device before, but just recently, my friend and companion, Raphael, he's a powerful man in this city. He managed to gain access to a very special gem, what we know as a tear of Brock. And it was from a slain warrior. And I have brought that he had brought that to me, and like a heart would be placed into a living being like myself, I placed it into this body that I had crafted, and I had hoped that it would bring you back to life, but there had been something that disturbed the spark, the power inside the gem, and it took me many days to understand what it was, but the destruction of your original body, Ramos, had tore the connection of your soul to this powerful device, and I had to repair it. And when such an important tear happens to one of us, we die, and our soul passes on to another world. And I feared that is what had happened to you as well. And so I used some of the power at my disposal, the power that could restore life to one of us who had lost it, and I cast that power upon you, and it worked. You were brought back, you were restored, and you came to life before me, something that gave me great joy. And then you were confused and angry, and I'm so sorry for doing that and not being able to communicate with you at the time. And he seems sort of pacified by the story, and he has some questions, and they have a little bit of a back and forth about it. But he sort of agrees that for the time being, he should remain here with her before he can learn more about what has happened to him or his people. And in fact, you guys are welcome to share anything you know at this point with him as well, or you can talk to him through Liora as well.
So, my problem, okay, I kind of want to tell him, I don't want to freak him out, but I kind of want to tell him that the big crystal was stolen from Horus's tomb. So I think I'm going to ask my party members there.
I'm gonna tell him that the Green Bay Packers won over Kansas City in 1966.
He's going to say, your arcane language means nothing to me.
What are you
I'm
talking
from.
about?
What about the other two?
Hey, tell him.
Yes, you should probably tell him. This is our link to that era.
Okay, so I'm going to tell her, I don't remember her name, Stone Lady.
Liora.
Liora.
Would you mind
Stoneweaver.
informing him that a big crystal that was probably important was stolen from Horus's tomb?
Oh, yes. Do you tell her what it's called? The Heart of Brock. The Heart of Brock.
Oh, the Heart of Brock was
Yeah.
stolen from Horus's tomb.
Okay. She doesn't seem excited to hear that news, but she does agree to pass it on. She says, "Oh, great Ramos, my companions have terrible news to share with you. That when the Pyramid of Horus was attacked and you were originally lost your life, an important artifact known as the Heart of Brock was stolen. Do you have any knowledge of it?" And he says, "The Heart of Brock is an important artifact of my emperor and pharaoh and god Horus. I do not know much about it myself. I am just an honorable warrior sworn to protect, but it was our duty to guard the Heart of Brock so that it did not fall into the wrong hands. And I fear that I have fallen into great shame, for if I have failed in this duty and I have allowed it to fall into the hands of evil, then Pakidon is surely in threat. Perhaps you should find the great warriors of Pakidon and alert the Emperor so that he knows that a threat may become upon us."
We can probably inform Emperor Dresdis of this.
he thinks there's some great empire, right?
Yeah.
Truth, there is. They're like, yeah, we're gonna tell the emperor, sure, yeah, we got it.
Sure.
Yeah, we got
Pachyderm
it.
totally
Yeah,
exists.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I can tell the captain of the knights. And let him know maybe he can get
Aslan.
us a audience with the emperor.
Or we can just tell Aslan to tell him.
That is the captain of the knights.
Yes.
Mm.
Maybe we could tell Aslan, or we could tell Aslan.
No, I
Seems
meant
Darren can concur.
maybe we don't need the maybe we don't need an audience with Resdis. We can just tell Aslan to tell him.
If this is such an existential threat, we should probably tell them ourselves. We
Leo-
seem to be in the middle of everything.
After things have calmed down a bit, Liora sort of turns to y'all and says, I thank you all for coming into this dangerous situation and helping me. I could not imagine how you would have known to try to communicate with the Ankh-Morpork warrior, and I am grateful that you did not slay him. But I do not know any of you. How have you come to my place? Were you looking for my work or some such?
We had been working for Raphael de Corbo, and he told us to come meet with you.
And
Oh.
across the street, the very nice lady
Yeah.
said you were missing for a few days, so we assumed the worst.
Oh. Well, that's both true. Raphael de Corbo, he is a good man. He runs a shop in the next district over that I sometimes have reason to be a patron from. But yes, the old woman across the street. Well, you must be talking about Gertrude, if that was the name
Yes,
I gave.
Gertrude.
I can't remember.
It
But
was.
yes, she's a fine lady. But I've been trapped down here since I did bring Ramos back to life. That was about 4 or 5 days ago, I think, and all I could do was access my desk where I had a abjuration spell available. I was afraid it was going to wear off in a few days, and he would come for me. But thank you for coming to my aid, and I guess I'm very grateful that Raphael sent you my way. Why did he send you to? Was it because I was missing?
Yes.
I don't remember.
Oh, it's because we wanted to know more, right?
Yeah, you guys had come with all this information about Ankh-Morpork stuff, and he
Yeah,
said,
like we
"Oh,
have a ton of Akim. Give her the rubbings of what we had.
Oh, okay. So you guys give her a little bit of core
Rubbing.
dump. You tell her what
Yeah,
you've
we're
been
rubbing
through
her.
and what you found, and she says, "Oh, this is wonderful news. I guess. I've spent much of my life researching the ancient secrets of the priests of Brock. I come from a long line of followers of Brock, and I have been taught by my own mother and her mother before her, but we had lost many of the ancient rites, and to us, the city of Chenin is a holy city that was lost millennia or centuries ago during the fall of the Great Empire. But it is said that it houses many amazing marvels that were crafted by the priests of Brock. Great technologies that have been lost for so many ages that would bring so much wealth and prosperity to the Pachyderm sands, and maybe allow us to rebuild what was once lost. It's been a dream of mine to seek it out and find it, and to hear that you have found some clues that might lead us towards it. This is great. And she says, did you make a copy of the map? Can you show me where you think the city of Seshmu Chenin is? you guys have a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally have a copy of the
Well, you
map.
guys
we
said
do.
you guys wrote, you tried to make a rough copy, and she says, "Oh, I always thought it was to the north. I've there have been many rumors. Some thought it was far into the east. Rojut is in the. I see. This map brings it sheds much light. I have a lot of work to do. I think, yes, it may take me a while, but I think I might be able to piece together some clues of how we might be able to find the lost city. Um, and I think this. Oh, yeah. This is where I want to end it today.
Okay.
You must be very hungry after 4 days in here.
Oh, yeah. No, I conjured food and drink every day, and I also
Oh, that's handy. You must teach us how to do that.
yeah. Well, I am
Oh,
a
she's a
priest. I'm a high level priest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, makes sense.
because she's
Yeah,
feeding.
I'm a cleric because I love having clerics in my campaign because I love clerics.
We don't.
None of your players are playing a cleric.
No clerics this
Bobby,
time.
what's going on? What's going on with that rubble, Bobby? Just circling that rubble up there, Bobby.
Hey, listen, listen, man. You don't know me, all right? You know.
Yeah, why you gotta judge like that? Why you gotta be staring inside my brain like that? My brain is my own place. Oh, fucking rad.
By the way, sorry I ruined not one but 2 combat encounters.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Yeah, we-
Fucking skip that shit.
We're
Fine with
doing
me.
we're doing a pacifist run on this campaign, Chris. I don't know
No,
if we told you.
I
that.
liked it, but I mean, we could have had fight. For me, that was just buffering. I was like, well, if we fight, it'll take more time. So I put a couple fights in that might happen, but they were going to be lightweight, like skirmishes, right?
See,
I didn't want anyone to die on either side today, so. But yeah,
it's cool because then that might mean down the road, like this construct will be able to. This imbued construct might be able to help us out in a battle in the future. Maybe, you know what I mean, like a cool long term.
yeah, I love to give you
Boom,
guys
the paint.
NPCs that you guys
Yeah.
leave in the back room and collect us for the entire campaign. Just,
Also, is the connection to the old world,
Oh,
He
that's true.
is.
That's the point.
he is, yeah,
And will know a ton of stuff.
yeah,
And he was pretty high up.
yeah. He was
No,
a
like-
warrior guardian of the.
Fucking wealth of knowledge
Yeah.
that is super important to us right now.
So, like, just to connect a few dots, basically, you guys went in there the first time. Beitan resurrected this guy and his companions. You fought this guy and his companions and killed him, right? And then Raphael got his piece, his heart, out of him, right? And sent it to Liora. Liora put it into her new body. That's what you're seeing here. And then cast like a raise dead spell or something on it to bring him back to life. And that's restored that gem back to life in his body. So he's technically a warrior from the ancient time that, sacrificed himself to become an Ankh-Morpork guardian of Horus for all eternity. And yeah, that's who you got.
Cool.
And I'm
Shannon
thinking,
should not tell him I stole Horace's eyes.
Yeah, no.
I hope that
No,
I hope that crime is over your head for the rest of the campaign. Like every corner you turn around, you're like, oh shit! I hope they don't know that I stole those eyes out of Horus. Like one day you'll like actually be in Horus's court too. They'll be like, hey, this is Horus, and you'll be like, oh, God of justice, fuck, fingers crossed.
I didn't know.
He's just gonna wink at you or something. He's just gonna give you the double guns or something like that.
Yeah, he's like, hey.
Yeah. It's like, I'll see you later. Yeah. Good shit. Okay, well, fun games today. More lore drops and some good
Yeah,
fun
for
role
sure.
playing. And
Yeah.
there will definitely be
sure.
some combat coming up, real combat.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
Unless I figure out how to skip it.
Yeah, unless we skip it. Yeah, unless
Yeah.
that's true.
All right.
I
Well,
love
make
skipping
dinner. Love you guys.
I love skipping combat with my entirely combat-focused character who is only good at combat.
Yeah, exactly. Making you do diplomacy check after diplomacy check.